From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Now, it's time to get into today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Duke Red Matter.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Niles Pearson, Johnny, at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, how are you, Niles?
Worried at the moment. Can you help me out?
I don't know. What's on your mind?
$65,000 worth of horseflesh. Ever hear of Duke Red?
Yeah, I think so. The futurity last year?
That's the horse. Johnny, Columbia Indemnity is going to have to settle a claim on him.
Why?
Duke Red was seriously injured and had to be destroyed.
Did you say 65,000?
Yeah.
No wonder you're worried, Niles.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Universal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Duke Red matter. Expense account item 1, $197.80. Airfare and incidentals getting me from Hartford to San Francisco and a town about 40 miles south of there called San Pietro. At the San Pietro Hotel, I learned that the Abbott Ranch was some 5 miles outside of town, but that the Abbott stables maintained offices in San Pietro. Hello. I'd like to get in touch with Mr. Abbott. My name's Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Mr. Abbott's never here. He's mostly out at the ranch. You'll have to see him there.
Oh, well, is there any place in town I can rent a car?
Not that I know of.
Bus?
Afraid not. What's your business with Mr. Abbott?
Insurance. I'm here to adjust a claim of his.
Oh, yes, Duke Red.
Could I see Mr. Abbott's business manager? Mr. Monroe.
Mr. Monroe isn't with Mr. Abbott's office any longer.
Well, now, that's funny. He was with Mr. Abbott's office 3 days ago when he notified us that a claim was being filed in this matter. I got it right here on paper.
Oh. Well, you might as well know. Mr. Abbott and Mr. Monroe ended things. Mr. Abbott let him go.
I see. Who's in charge now?
No one at the moment. Maybe I can put you in touch with Mr. Abbott at the ranch.
Good.
9433, please.
Smoke?
No, thanks. Hello, Cully. This is Judy at the office. Is Mr. Abbott there? When do you expect him? Thanks. Out for the day, Mr. Dollar.
I'm not doing very well, am I?
I wish I could be more helpful.
Well, maybe you can. This man, Monroe, if you could tell me where I can get in touch with him, I'd appreciate it.
Didn't you understand? He doesn't work for Mr. Abbott any longer.
Yeah, I know, but he did notify us about the claim. Evidently, he's aware of the circumstances in the matter, and that's what I'm here to talk about.
I see.
Well?
Mr. Monroe isn't in San Pietro any longer. He moved out of town on Tuesday.
But where?
He didn't leave a forwarding address, Mr. Dollar.
Where's the laundry going to send their bills? How about the finance company?
He just left, and that's it.
You want to know something? I don't get it. She dropped her eyes, mumbled something about having work to do, and we left it at that. I put it in the back of my mind and asked someone else about this Mr. Monroe. Then I got busy solving one of my immediate problems. Expense account item 2, $50. Deposit on a 1940 Terraplane station wagon I managed to rent from a man who ran a filling station. Our deal was $10 a day plus gas. Item 3, $5.08, a tank full of gas. The Terraplane bucked a little, but it got me outside of town about 4 miles to the office of a tall, lanky man who never took his hat off. Dr. James Gorey, veterinarian.
All the way from Hartford, Connecticut, huh?
Yes, that's right.
And having sunshine like this back there now, I'll bet you. You hear about the Duke, huh?
Duke Red, yes. The people who wrote the policy want me to look into the matter.
Hope there's nothing wrong. Is there?
No, matter of procedure, Doctor. Mr. Abbott's filed a claim for $65,000 indemnity, the loss of his racehorse. Mr. Monroe, who handled these matters for Mr. Abbott, is no longer around.
Oh, yes. I understood they quarreled.
Yeah. Mr. Abbott isn't around at the moment either, so I came to you.
I don't believe I understand this. If Ben Abbott's bought that much insurance, he's sure got a right to file a claim for damages.
Well, it's just good business to get the facts, Dr. Gorey, that's all. Quite a bit of money involved here.
Yes. Red was worth lots more than that, though.
Oh?
That horse would have won over $500,000, in my opinion. Full racing terminal.
Yeah, well, it's too bad about all this. I understand from Mr. Monroe's correspondence that you treated the animal, Doctor.
Yes. I take care of most of Ben's stock when they're here, when he's not on the road racing.
Uh-huh. I'd like to know exactly how the accident happened, Doctor. There was something about a piece of machinery?
A tractor with the blades up.
Huh?
Duke Red stumbled back into it hard. Cut through his right hamstring all the way to the bone.
I see. Do you make out a report in a case like this?
In any case, Mr. Dollar, an animal is just like a human. This one's more valuable than most, I guess. Any of them liable to get sick or hurt sometime. Here's the report.
Thanks.
They're pretty careful out there with all those animals. Naturally, they constitute a considerable investment on Ben Abbott's part.
Yeah, sure. Oh. Most of the tendons cut, huh?
Yes. Them as wasn't severed were ruptured.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
What?
Well, there's a notation about the carcass. Cremated on the premises?
Yeah?
Well, let's see. The accident happened Sunday night, cremated same night. Why so fast, Doctor?
Ben Abbott wanted it that way. Can't blame him, I guess.
Maybe not. But it'll make my job a little more complicated. Unless some x-rays were taken of the injury.
There was no need for me to go into x-rays. Paralysis had already set in by the time I got there.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me much, does it?
Huh? What do you mean?
No carcass, no proof of the extent of injury to the animal.
Lord, man, the animal was in a bad way. It was a mortal injury.
How was he destroyed?
Shotgun.
Could he have lived? I mean, long enough for me to...
You don't understand, Mr. Dollar. It'd have been wrong not to destroy him with injuries like that.
Mr. Abbott called you in right after the accident happened, did he?
Yes, I got out there maybe 15 minutes later. Ben was alone with the horse. The minute I laid eyes on that animal, I knew he was finished, that he'd have to be destroyed.
You advised Mr. Abbott that the horse had to be destroyed?
I didn't have to. He knew it. He knows horse flesh as good as any vet alive.
Well, did you consider calling in someone else?
What?
Another doctor for consultation.
I tell you, man, there was no use in going into anything like that.
Did Mr. Abbott ask you to call in another vet?
No, he did not.
Who else was there?
Nobody.
No stable hand? No member of Mr. Abbott's family?
No.
Well, who saw the accident?
Mr. Abbott.
Who else?
I don't know, Mr. Dollar. Like I said, just Ben was there when I got there.
I haven't any proof that the animal was injured.
You just read my report?
I've got $65,000 to worry about, Dr. Gorey. I'll need more than just a report.
Young man, I've been in business here over 30 years. I've done business with Ben Abbott over 20 years. You come here asking me if I called in another vet, if I did this, if I did that. There isn't a man around here who won't take my word. Why don't you?
Part of my job, Dr. Gorey.
Huh?
I can't take anybody's word for anything.
Mr. Dollar, I'd be obliged if you'd get out of here.
I obliged, Dr. Gorey. I got out of there. Driving back to San Pietro in my terraplane, it struck me as odd that Gorey, certainly aware of the value of the injured horse, had not taken so much as a photograph to verify the story of the accident. For that reason, I decided to verify Dr. Gorey himself.
Well, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can help me.
All right, try me.
Well, this Dr. Gorey, is he new around here?
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
He's a fixture. He's been in this part of the country 30 or 40 years. They say he's the best vet this side of Lexington, Kentucky.
That takes in quite a bit of real estate. Is he loaded?
I think he could retire and give advice over the phone. These horse racing people make new parents look like indifferent vegetables.
They do?
You don't know. A horse sneezes once and they're ready to call the Mayo brothers. Dr. Gorey's practically the whole Mayo Clinic in horsey circles. Say, how did you know about him?
The insurance report.
Of course. Well, I suppose you'd want to talk to him. Look, I'm driving out that way. I'd be glad to give you a lift.
Oh, that's mine out there.
That?
Yeah, rented it from a filling station man down the street.
Oh. Well, you just drive right on past the filling station for about 3 miles, and you'll see Dr. Gorey's place.
Oh, thanks, but I've already been there.
Huh?
Yeah, just left him.
Well, then why are you asking me about him? Heavens.
Just asking.
You're a funny one.
Hey, what's your name?
Judy Brown.
About finished here for the day?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Well, Judy Brown, let's you and I go get something to eat and drink.
How do you know I haven't got a husband?
I don't. Have you?
No.
Well, how about it?
Give me 5 minutes.
Judy, I'm going to get right to the point. How long have you worked for Mr. Abbott?
1.5 years. Why?
You're from San Pietro?
No, San Francisco. I answered an ad. I wanted to get out in the country for a while, away from the city life.
Mm-hmm. All right. What happened between Monroe and Abbott?
They had a quarrel. A loud quarrel. Mr. Abbott's very good with a quarrel.
Oh, is he?
Yes. You know, even I've wondered about that.
What?
Mr. Monroe quarreling with Mr. Abbott and then just leaving all of a sudden. Probably went to San Francisco. I don't know where else he... Oh,
What's the matter, Judy?
that looks like Mr. Monroe now.
Monroe?
Yes, end of the bar. I thought he was away. It's him, all right.
Oh, I'd like to talk to him.
You'll have to hurry. Looks like he's getting ready to leave.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sure.
Hey, just a minute.
You calling me?
Yes, Mr. Monroe.
Yes?
Johnny Dollar, Universal Adjustment Bureau. I'm in town about the claim on Duke Red. But I heard you'd left town.
I had. You talked to Mr. Abbott about that claim.
Well, you had power of attorney for him and signed the claim. I wonder if I could talk to you.
I'm leaving town again. Right away.
Well, look, can't I just have a minute of your time?
It wasn't my horse. It belonged to Ben Abbott. Talk to him. Now get out of my way.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
Let him handle his own dirty business.
Look, Mr. Monroe.
Get out of my way.
Johnny Dollar.
Ready with your call to Mr. Pearson in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, thanks, operator.
Hold on, please. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, Johnny?
Yeah,
I got your wire. Hold up payment on the Abbott claim?
that's right.
Anything wrong?
I haven't talked to Abbott yet. The people I have talked to are all wrong. The veterinarian who handled the horse, a secretary in Abbott's office, and an office manager he fired. There's something cockeyed around here.
Any ideas?
Not yet.
Okay. We'll hold up the claim on your say-so, and if there was anything wrong about that horse's death, you better find out about it.
No. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Universal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Duke Red matter in San Pietro, California. Expense account item 3, 48 cents, postage. I sent a registered letter containing a copy of Dr. Gorey's injury report on the racehorse Duke Red to a veterinarian service in Cleveland, asking them to verify the extent of injuries to the animal. Item 4, 25 cents, toll call to the Abbott's ranch outside of San Pietro. Whoever answered the phone told me that Mr. Abbott was busy somewhere in the grounds. I didn't bother to leave my name. Instead, I drove right on out. The Abbott breeding farm was complete with white fences, rolling green hills, bluegrass, and a stately old colonial residence set at the end of a long roadway among towering trees. From the porch of the house, I was able to see the stables and a trainer working with a horse out on the ranch track.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. My name's Johnny Dollar. I'd like to see Mr. Abbott, please.
Yes, sir. Come in, please, sir. I'll try to find him, Mr. Dollar. You want to wait here, sir?
Thank you. He left me standing in one of the biggest living rooms I'd ever seen in my life. I took a plant in front of the fireplace, lit up a cigarette, and began to look at the pictures and statues of racing horses lining the mantelpiece. Pretty soon things started. A blonde girl in a yellow suit walked in, having an argument with a gray-haired man in jodhpurs. They didn't see me as they entered, or they just didn't pay any attention to me.
You aren't old
Pardon?
enough, strong enough, or have brains enough to live as you please. I forbid you to...
I know what you're going to say. That stuff about how you forbid it and it can't go on. Well, let me tell you, it can go on just as long as I want it to go on, and I don't care what you do.
Now, you listen to me, young lady. As long as you're in this house and under this roof, you will conduct yourself according to the way I dictate.
Dictate?
Yes.
Who are you, Hitler or somebody? Don't whatever you do interfere with me again. Ever.
Terry.
I'm sick of it. Do you hear me? Sick of it.
That was as much as I heard. But then it didn't last long. I saw them go out and walk around the garden once, shake fists at each other, finally part. He disappeared up a narrow stairway. And then, about a minute later...
Wait a minute.
Hello.
Hello. How long have you been here?
Too long.
Oh. Why didn't you speak up?
Well, I cleared my throat a couple of times, but no good. Then I tried to look like I didn't hear anything. Nothing seemed to work. If it helps any, I'll keep it all under my hat. I won't tell a soul.
He doesn't like the company I keep. What do you think of that?
I don't know anything about it.
Give me a general viewpoint at least.
Well, I've run into a lot of parents who don't approve of the kind of company their sons or daughters keep. In my court of human relations, parents don't always know what kind of company their daughters and sons need. When those daughters and sons reach the age when they need company.
Good. You're on my side.
I didn't finish. On the other hand, daughters and sons have the same problem. They don't seem to know either.
You're a coward. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar. I'm here to see Mr. Abbott about insurance. Was that Mr. Abbott?
Yes. You're not an insurance salesman. You're here about Duke Red, about what happened to him, aren't you?
That's right.
I'm Terry Abbott.
Glad to know you.
How much money did Daddy have Red insured for?
$65,000.
$65,000. I don't suppose you have a cigarette.
Sure.
Thank you. Has the claim been paid yet?
No, not yet.
If Red had made the tracks this year, he would have doubled that. Tripled it, probably. There's not enough money in the world to replace that horse. He was a great running horse.
I've heard that before. Dr. Gorey mentioned it. Look, I'm sorry all this happened.
Dad shouldn't have shot Red.
We understand he was injured beyond hope.
That's a lie.
That's a what?
Dad shouldn't have shot him. He just shouldn't have done it. Red was the only horse in the whole stable's worth anything. The only thing around here worth anything.
Wasn't the horse injured?
Injured? Oh, that's what you'll hear. They'll all tell you that. But I can tell you something else.
Terry, what are you talking about anyhow?
He's an insurance man, Dad, and I can tell him the whole thing, and I will.
Go to your room, Terry.
It was a terrible thing to do, shooting Red. It was just like murder, and you know it.
Be quiet and go to your room.
It was murder. Murder. Murder.
Stop it! Now go to your room.
Thank you for the cigarette, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, she's been terrible about all this. Very upset. Any time I've had to destroy an animal around here, she gets like that. Been that way ever since she was a little girl.
I see.
I knew I'd have to put up with her acting like this, but I'm reluctant to apologize to you for her actions or for mine. Jim Gorey told me you were in to see him yesterday afternoon.
I wish Dr. Gorey hadn't told you that. I intended to tell you myself, Mr. Abbott. If I've offended you, I'm sorry for it.
Makes me look I'm doing something shady. You could have come right to me instead of going to Dr. Gorey.
I tried to. You were out.
Then you could have waited till I came in. If this is the way that insurance company operates, I might have to find a different one.
Look, Mr. Abbott, there's quite a bit of money at stake here. We have to go to everybody during an investigation. Dr. Gorey ordered the horse destroyed. It seemed very reasonable to go to him and ask why he took that action. We want to know all the circumstances.
If you talk to Gorey, you know them. Why are you bothering me? What do you want?
I want all the information you can give me about the accident. The time, date, people who saw it, exactly what happened, where it happened.
Do you always handle a case this way?
It's the way I'm handling this one.
I don't like it very much, sneaking around behind my back.
No matter what you think of me or my methods, Mr. Abbott, I'm the man assigned to handle this claim. My report has to be completed before the matter can be settled.
They don't know what they're doing, sending a man like you out here.
You filed a claim. What did you expect?
A little decency and respect and courtesy. That's what I expected. That fool Monroe filed the claim.
I understand he had power of attorney as your office manager to do that.
Well, he did it too soon. I would have waited until things calmed down around here a bit.
What do you mean?
You saw how my daughter acts. Losing a fine racing animal like Red can have a bad moral effect on the entire ranch. That's what I mean. Monroe didn't use his head.
So you fired him?
Well, that's one of the reasons, yes. Another reason is I don't like him. Never did like him. But what business is that of yours? Are you here to accuse me of something?
Mr. Abbott, we'll pay off your claim when we're satisfied the circumstances were proper. We're not satisfied now. Let's discuss those circumstances.
I'm not afraid of you, Dollar, or your insurance company. I don't like you snooping around my office in town, talking to my friends about me, talking to my daughter about me. No man would.
If I don't get my information from you, Mr. Abbott, I'll get it somewhere else. That'll drag this whole matter out. What I've seen of you so far and what information I do have isn't exactly in your favor.
I don't like that kind of talk.
You don't seem to like anything about this. Now, how about it? Do we keep this up or do we get down to business?
The trainer was bringing Red back from his afternoon exercise. Outside the stall, Red got scared. A mouse or something. He reared back and jammed into the blade of the tractor we use out on the track. It cut into his Achilles tendon, hamstrung him. When Dr. Gorey got here, he said that Red didn't have a chance, so I shot him.
I'd like to talk to the trainer. What's his name?
Tom Warner.
Where can I find him?
He isn't around anymore. I fired him right then and there. Told him to get off my property and stay off.
Where'd he go, Mr. Abbott?
I don't know. He took his things and cleared out as fast as he could. He knew better than to hang around here.
Well, what do you mean by that?
What I said. He knew better. That's what I mean.
Well, I'll have to find him and talk to him. Who else was there when it happened?
No one. Just me. The rest of them were up at the house having dinner.
No stable hand, chore boy?
I just told you. No one.
How about right afterwards?
I went to the office in the stable and called Dr. Gorey.
Before or after you fired Tom Warner?
After I fired him.
You were there alone with an injured horse? You didn't call up to the house for help, send for anyone up there? You went in and called Dr. Gorey?
Yes, we handled it together. Any objections?
It would have been better. Perhaps we could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you'd left the remains for us to examine.
Dollar. I've got maybe 150 head on this farm. Now and then accidents happen. If one of my stock is dead, I get rid of it as fast as I can with as few people as involved as possible. I do that for a number of reasons. That's the way I operate.
Nevertheless, you were aware the insurance company would ask you for proof of loss in this matter, and if
you... The insurance company does not run my farm. I run a Dollar, and I take orders from no one.
Look, I'm trying to tell you the problem we face. We have no carcass to examine. Therefore, we have to ascertain the facts from other sources. Did your daughter see any of this? The accident or destroying the horse?
Terry.
Yeah.
Of course not. You mean those crazy things she was saying when I walked into the room?
Well, in view of the crazy circumstances, what she was saying might be worth listening to, Mr. Abbott.
Huh.
I had the impression that she saw the accident.
Pipe dreams. She wasn't even around.
I'd like to talk to her just the same.
Cully! Cully! You talk to anybody you like, Dollar. I don't care. But I hope you made notes today because you've already got all the information you're going to get from me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Abbott. Yes, sir.
Cully, I want you to look at this man.
Yes, sir.
His name's Johnny Dollar.
Yes, sir.
If he comes knocking at this door again, if he even comes to the front gate, if you see him on the grounds ever again, throw him out. I don't want him around here.
Yes, sir, Mr. Abbott.
And right now, Cully, you can just show him out.
You're being foolish about this, Mr. Abbott.
Show him out, Cully.
This way, Mr. Dollar, sir.
Never mind. I can find my own way.
Mr. Dollar, sir. Mr. Dollar.
Huh?
Just a minute, sir, if you please, sir.
Sorry about that in there, sir. I don't believe Mr. Abbott really meant it.
Sounded that way to me, Cully.
I know how it sounds. He's just, well, not himself. You understand, sir.
Not quite, no.
Losing the horse and all.
Sounds to me more like he's losing his mind.
Does it, sir?
Huh?
Do you think Mr. Abbott's losing his mind?
Do you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sometimes I do.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the whole case starts to fall apart like a man full of bullet wounds, which is just about the case. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, we've got some very interesting and suspicious circumstances here. Perhaps the most surprising things is this sort of straight-faced insistence that they should settle the case and provide tens of thousands of dollars because these people he does not know at all say so. And Johnny is having none of it. Well, we're going to have to see how this case develops, but we turn now to listener comments and feedback. Tony comments regarding this serial, the Todd matter, sensational acting and or writing on this particular serial. I definitely agree with the acting. I thought that it was, tremendous. I think particularly the interaction between Johnny and the police officer in that series worked pretty well. Writing was fairly good, though I think we ended up with a rushed conclusion in Part 5. Thanks for the comment. And then we have a comment on Podcast Alley. Adam does a wonderful job before and after each show. It helps my day to fly by. I've got my son and my husband both hooked on listening to the old-time shows. Thank you so much, Adam. Well, thank you so much for listening and for expanding the audience. And I have to remember that, too, when I'm looking at audience size. One download doesn't necessarily equal one person. perhaps a better way to count that in terms of my own count is households, because I know there are a lot of folks who listen with their families. All right, well, that will do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with Mr. Moto. Join us on Wednesday for the next part of the Duke Red Matter. Today's episodes is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Go to support.greatdetectives.net. Well, now it's time for today's episode of Mr. Moto, Sabotage.
This is Mr. Moto, Mr. I.A. Moto.
NBC presents the world's greatest international secret agent, Mr. I.A. Moto, the popular Japanese character created by Pulitzer Prize winner John P. Marquand. Through the struggle between ideologies, forces, and men, which wages throughout the world, Mr. Moto brings the subtlety of his Oriental ancestry, the strength of his American heritage. Tonight's story, one of sabotage, involving Mr. Moto, Mr. I.A. Moto.
Deep are the shadows of the human mind, where battles rage across the soul like nervous clouds across a lowering sky. The end products of these battles are panic, conflict, and sometimes sabotage.
Hampton, I'm nervous.
We've a perfect right to be in a subway station.
Not at 3 in the morning. What's that?
Keep quiet.
What's Gaddy doing?
Taking care of the man in the change booth.
He won't kill him.
He might.
What if someone on that train sees us?
It's an express. It doesn't stop.
Hampton, I'm afraid.
Helen, hang on to yourself. We need cool heads for sabotage.
Sabotage is to be expected wherever there are top secret projects and experiments. In 48 hours, one of the greatest inventions in modern warfare was to be tested in the Manhattan Research Foundation. I expected sabotage. I dreaded it. The failure or prevention of the zirconium test would be a national disaster. A disaster of such magnitude that to contemplate it brought me face to face with panic. I tried to explain my fear to Dr. Benjamin Andrews in his office.
Look, Mr. Moto, I've been head of the Manhattan Research Foundation for 6 years.
I know that, Dr. Andrews.
And never once in all that time has there been the slightest suspicion of sabotage. I realize security regulations are necessary, but 10 guards on each floor.
Dr. Andrews, tell me, what do you know about the nitrogen bomb?
We had nothing to do with it here.
They're midget bombs.
I know.
Not much larger than a hand grenade, but 200 times the power.
What's that got to do with us?
24 hours ago, 2 of them disappeared.
What?
Yes.
How?
They were stolen from the Fair Springs Proving Ground. Doesn't that suggest anything to you?
Well, internationally speaking, the midget nitrogen bomb is an open book.
Quite, but a perfect weapon for sabotaging Operation Zirconium.
You think that's why they were stolen?
I do. And frankly, it terrifies me.
But, Moto, there are 2 guards on every door of this building, 24 hours a day. We observe every possible security measure.
I feel that Operation Zirconium is in danger. Until the test is over, you must observe a few more.
Yes.
Excuse me, Dr. Andrews, but Mr. Hampton would like to know if you're going to the meeting with Dr. Brunner.
Oh, I forgot. Miss Cotter, this is Mr. Moto. Mr. I.A. Moto.
How do you do?
Miss Cotter?
Mr. Moto is going to be with us until the zirconium test is completed.
Is anything wrong, Dr. Andrews?
Oh, no. We're just taking some extra precautions. Miss Cotter's my confidential secretary, Mr. Moto. If you want any letters done or anything like that, she'll be glad to help you.
Of course, Mr. Moto.
Thank you very, very much, Miss Cotter.
Oh, tell Hampton to go to the meeting without me, won't you? I'll come up as soon as I can.
Yes, sir. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, Mr. Moto.
Thank you, I will.
All right. What next?
Next, You show me Operation Zirconium. On our way to the zirconium testing room, Dr. Andrews and I passed many doors. Doors on which modest black letters spelled out some of the most famous names in modern science. A hallway of genius.
François Duchartre, vegetable fibers.
Maria Finsterwalder, metallography.
Perhauer, renowned authority on the heat treatment of nickel. Johansen, Grant, Benedetti, a scientific hall of fame. Then, at last, the hallway narrowed and we approached the entrance to the zirconium testing room. A gleaming door of solid steel barred our progress. Dr. Andrews spoke to a guard who pressed a button.
That door is 2 inches thick and weighs 4 tons.
It should be adequate.
It is. Go ahead, Mr. Moto.
Thank you.
All right, guard. Will you close it, please? There's a guard on that door 24 hours a day. The door is solid steel. A mouse couldn't get into this room.
I am not worried about the mice, Dr. Andrews.
Oh. Well, there it is.
It is beyond description.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Tell me about it.
Well, zirconium is one of the greatest metals yet developed. Malleable, ductile, it resists heat up to incredible temperatures.
How high?
We tested it with a torch, which burns fluorine and hydrogen. The fluorine burns at something around 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
But, Dr. Andrews, that is nearly the temperature of the surface of the sun.
It's so hot we can't even measure it. At 2,500 degrees, steel becomes white hot. At 9,000, it runs like maple syrup. In the fluorine-hydrogen torch, zirconium bent a little but retained its basic hardness. Double combustion chambers here are zirconium-lined. If the test works, they'll function perfectly at 6,000 degrees.
Incredible.
With that engine, jet planes can fly 2,000 miles an hour.
Can't you imagine, Dr. Andrews, the importance of that engine to enemy agents?
Well, everything we do here is important to enemy agents.
And the engine will be tested the day after tomorrow?
Yes.
What time is the test?
10 at night.
How many will be present?
Oh, about 30.
I want 10 of my men present at the test itself and 10 more stationed on each floor of the building.
All right.
And there are 4 of your assistants whose security checks are pending. I think it is wisest if they keep out of the building until the test is completed.
Well, who are they?
Mr. Tyrrell, Mr. Mitchell, Dr. Froelich, and Dr. Bernwald.
Bernwald? But he worked on the combustion chambers.
I'm sorry, Dr. Andrews. It is only for 2 days, and no one need know. Captain Shaw, my assistant, will handle the others. I will interview Dr. Bernwald myself.
I don't like it.
I am sorry.
Well, I have to go to a meeting. You can talk to Dr. Bernwald in my office. Miss Cotter will get him for you.
Thank you.
And I repeat, I don't like it, not a bit.
I am very, very sorry, Dr. Andrews, but I think it is best that these men be kept away from the building until the zirconium test is over.
Hampton, it's the truth. Moto knows about the nitrogen bombs.
Helen, he couldn't.
But he does. I listened at the door. I heard him tell Dr. Andrews.
What did Andrews say?
He's fed up with these security regulations, but he knows they're necessary.
Did he mention me?
No, why should he?
It wouldn't take too much digging to find out I'm not the real Hampton.
Don't you ever get tired of it?
What do you mean?
You're such a fanatic.
A fanatic?
Oh, I'm just so sick of lying and stealing and spying. I'm sick of the party.
You make a remark like that once more,
All
and
right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
We're dedicated, both of us. Remember that.
Yes.
We're part of the greatest thing that's ever happened. A revolution that will not only make it
Don't talk
possible...
so loud. And don't preach. I'm just tired, that's all.
Where are Moto and Andrews now?
They went up to the testing room.
How did Moto get into the picture? Andrews sent for him?
I don't know.
Makes me nervous. Think the subways occurred to them?
I doubt it.
Well, 48 hours.
Yes.
They won't change the time of the test.
No, too many people have been asked.
And it's tonight and tomorrow night.
Yes.
We'll set it up tonight, off tomorrow night. Would be safer if we could do it in one trip, but we can't. Bombs have to be directly under the building to be sure that they...
Be careful, somebody's coming. Dr. Andrews said he'd get to the meeting as soon as he could, Dr. Hampton.
Excuse me, Miss Cotter, but I wondered if you would do something for me.
Of course, Mr. Moto. This is Mr. Hampton, Mr. Moto.
How do you do?
Mr. Hampton's been working on zirconium in England, Mr. Moto.
Oh, really? And when did you come over?
Slightly over 6 weeks now.
I hope you're enjoying America?
Oh, immensely. With 2 exceptions. I took one ride in your dreadful subways and promptly switched to taxi. And I tried 1 cup of your fantastic tea and switched to coffee.
Well, I can understand that. Being of Japanese extraction, I'm a bit of an authority on tea myself. What was your connection in London?
Galton Laboratories.
Ah, my old friend, Dr. Galton. How is he?
Fine. Actually, it was he who sent me over to Dr. Andrews.
Oh?
U.S. zircon deposits are going to be awfully important, and Europe's a bit on the short side, you know.
With the exception of Germany, I understand.
Yes, that's right.
It has been very, very pleasant meeting you, Dr. Hampton. But if you will forgive me, I would like Miss Cutter to do some work for me before she goes to lunch.
Right-ho. I've things to do myself, actually. I say, would you care for a nip of chocolate?
No, thank you.
It's silly of me, I know, but I can't get enough of your wonderful food. So every time I pass one of those penny dispensing machines, I load up on chocolate. Well, I'll be getting along. Thank you, Miss Cotter.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Mr. Moto. Also nice to have met you.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. Miss Cutter, will you send a cable for me?
Certainly, sir.
Sir John Davenport, Intelligence C5, British War Office, London. That is?
Yes, sir.
Kindly airmail pictures and complete physical description, including set of fingerprints. You're Mr... what is Mr. Hampton's first name?
Neil. Neil J.
Thank you. Including set of fingerprints, you're Neil J. Hampton. Stop. Urgent and immediate. Stop. Signed Moto. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Send that off before you go to lunch, will you?
Yes, Mr. Moto.
I'll be in Dr. Andrews' office if anybody wants me.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Hampton here.
Hampton, have you a lunch date?
Yes, why?
Break it. Send for Gabby. We'll all 3 meet in your apartment at 12:30.
Anything wrong?
Yes, 12:30 at the apartment.
Right.
Hampton, he dictated a cable to British intelligence.
He what?
Yes. Asking for a picture and fingerprints of Neil J. Hampton. I had to send it. I had to.
Look, boss, if this is getting hot, I'm pulling out. I didn't figure anything.
Listen, Gabby. You're in this for $20,000. Now shut up.
Honestly, I almost fainted.
I don't like this
Gabby,
whole thing, I tell you.
You're an ex-convict and a thug. You'll never get a chance to make $20,000 again as long as you live. Now keep quiet and let me think.
I almost dropped the pencil. My heart was beating so loud I thought I'd hear it.
How long have we got until Moto gets a reply to his cable?
He marked it immediate and urgent and return airmail.
And our deadline is tomorrow night at 6.
That's about right.
Gabby, get those blueprints of the subway. They're in the desk.
Okay, boss, I'll get them.
What are you going to do?
We'll have to do it tonight.
But are we ready?
We'll have to be.
All right, boss, here they are.
Sure these blueprints are accurate.
What do you mean, accurate? They're blueprints, ain't they? All blueprints are accurate.
Go over it again.
All right. Well, this here...
Yes?
That's the subway entrance. Going south, that's downtown on the local tracks along here, see?
Yes.
Now, you go for exactly 872 feet. Then you're smack underneath the Manhattan Research Foundation building.
How far underneath, Cabby?
33 feet.
And we drilled 2 holes in the subway wall, 9 inches deep and 3 inches across.
We won't drill. It makes too much noise.
What then?
We'll use the fluorine hydrogen torch. I'll steal one from the foundation. That stuff eats through concrete as though it was candle wax.
How long?
Through 9 inches of concrete? About 2 minutes.
Wow, it must be hot.
It is.
Not as hot as we'll be if we fumble it.
Don't get panicky, Helen. It's dangerous. You place a nitrogen bomb in each one of the holes, then lay the detonator hose across the tracks. And Gabby, you say the last express is at 20 after 3?
Yeah, right.
A.M.?
No, at night.
That's A.M.
Okay, A.M., P.M., so it's the middle of the night, 20 after 3, see?
Yes.
And the next local, that's starting the morning service, is at 4. And we got from 20 after 3 till 4 o'clock.
40 minutes.
Right, let's figure it. We're on the subway platform at 3:20 when the last express goes through. It'll take us 6 minutes to walk in the 872 feet.
Yeah, and figuring 6 minutes to to burn the holes, put in the bombs, and put the hose across the tracks.
And 6 minutes back. That's 18 minutes from 40. Gives us at least 20 minutes to get away.
In the car, we can get a long way from that subway station in 20 minutes.
You better leave now, Helen. It wouldn't do for us to go back to the foundation together.
Right.
Gabby, we'll meet here tonight at 6. I'll have the torch and we'll check the detonator hoses on the bombs. Tonight is going to be the night.
Mr. Moto, what do you mean?
Just what I say, Dr. Andrews.
You mean you actually cabled British intelligence to check up on Hampton?
Yes, I asked for fingerprints and a photograph.
Since I'm in charge here, I presume I may ask why.
I think he is an imposter.
You think what?
We were talking about zircon deposits in Europe. I said there were some in Germany. It startled him. Then he agreed there were. Actually, there are not.
Actually, there are so.
What?
No wonder it startled him. It's been kept very hush-hush.
Why, I've been very foolish.
Oh. Is everyone who knows more than you about zirconium to be under suspicion? Perhaps you'd be interested in knowing that in 1940 I donated a $100 check to an Aid to Russia fund. It was at a dinner at the Waldorf. If I remember rightly, I borrowed a pen from the chairman of the New York City Council to make out the check. He was at the dinner, too, so were 800 others.
If I have embarrassed you, I am very, very sorry, Doctor.
Embarrassed me? You've insulted one of the outstanding physicists in the world.
If I am wrong, no one need know I sent the cable except you.
Hampton's credentials were carefully checked before he was admitted to this country, and before the Galton Laboratory hired him away from Oxford University. Oh, good night, Mr. Moto.
Are you leaving by the main gate, Dr. Andrews?
If I can get through the guards.
Would you ask Captain Shaw to come here, please?
Oh, I will. And try not to break up my entire organization.
A long distance, a special priority call on New York Private Line 2000 L4. That is correct. Mr. Moto. Mr. I.A. Moto. For Sir John Davenport, British Intelligence, London, England. Have you got that? Call me back as soon as possible, will you? Thank you.
You wanted me, Mr. Moto?
Oh, come in, Captain Shaw.
Well, sir, we've been over every inch of this building.
The cafeteria?
Yeah, 2 men shook every unopened can in the place.
A quart can of tomatoes would be an excellent hiding place for a nitrogen bomb.
I'm telling you, we haven't missed so much as a keyhole.
Did you find out about the chocolate?
Well, those penny vending machines are in almost every subway station in town.
Ah, and tell me, Captain Shaw, are they anyplace else?
Not out here. Some in the Times Square area, those penny arcades have them.
An odd place for a physicist to go for relaxation?
Yes, odd place for anybody to go unless they're feeble-minded.
Then Hampton was lying. He does ride the subway.
No. He walks.
He what?
That's right, he walks. Just lives around the corner from here.
But if he doesn't ride the subways, where does he buy those penny chocolate bars?
I don't know. Maybe he just likes candy.
Then why doesn't he go into a candy store and buy it by the pound?
Search me.
I cannot possibly take a prominent British physicist into custody for eating penny chocolates.
So what do we do?
We can do nothing, Captain Shaw, except wait here. I am sure that Sir John Davenport will get in touch with me. We will wait here for a phone call from British intelligence.
The detonator hose here, Gabby, and hold the bomb still.
These pliers are too big. It's like fixing a watch with a crowbar. It's liable to go off and blow his head.
Helen, there's tweezers on that table by the window. Get them, will you?
All right.
Try it, Gabby. No, it's still loose. If that vent isn't absolutely airtight, the bombs won't go off.
Hampton, Dad!
What is it?
Come here, quick! Look, down there, getting out of that car.
Andrews.
But how? How?
Gabby, quick, get the stuff into the bedroom. Hurry.
Yeah, sure.
Torch, Helen. No, on the chair. Hurry.
I knew something would go wrong. I knew
Shut up and don't panic. The pliers, Gabby. There.
Yeah, I got them.
Take the hose, Helen.
All right.
And those glasses.
Yes.
The whiskey glasses, Helen. Use your head. There's 3 of them, and hurry.
Anything else?
The hammer, Gabby, on the floor by the couch.
Okay, I got it.
In the bedroom. Not a sound. Hurry.
Be careful, Hampton.
You need help, you yell.
In the bedroom, quick. Not a sound. Coming. Why, Dr. Andrews, how very nice. Please come in.
Oh, thank you, Hampton.
Sit down, won't you?
No, I can't stay a moment. I've come to make an apology.
An apology?
I want to be the first to tell you so that you'd understand.
Oh, please sit down, Dr. Andrews.
Yes, thank you. Hampton, I'm really terribly embarrassed, but through absolutely no fault of mine, there's been a cable sent to British intelligence. It's one of those unfortunate incidents that...
A cable? What sort of cable?
Hampton.
Dr. Andrews, what is it?
What is that?
What? My dear chap, are you ill?
There, on the floor. No, it can't be.
Oh, no. A chap was in fixing my air conditioner in the bedroom. He must have dropped it.
Let me see it.
Really, old boy, it's nothing.
Let me see it.
Dr. Andrews, I assure you that...
It's a vent from a fluorine hydrogen torch. Isn't it?
No.
Then let me see it.
No.
Hampton!
Keep still, Andrews.
Let me out of here.
Oh, no, you don't.
Moto was right. He was right all the time.
Mr. Moto, we're going to wait all night for that call from British intelligence. It's almost 3 a.m.
Captain Shaw, I have the strangest feeling. A premonition of disaster.
All right, but we've done everything we can.
Hello? Yes? British intelligence.
Oh?
Hello? Yes, Sir John. When? An hour ago. Please, don't apologize. You had no reason to suspect. Yes. Thank you, Sir John. I must hurry. Goodbye.
What?
Hampton is an imposter.
What'd they say?
Have you Hampton's address?
Yeah, around the corner.
Quickly, Captain Shaw. We haven't a moment to lose. The real Hampton was found an hour ago in an abandoned well on his estate in Hampshire. Murdered.
All right, come on, Helen. We're 40 minutes before the next local.
What's keeping Gabby?
Gabby, you all right?
Yeah. I fixed the guy in the change booth.
Gabby, you didn't kill him.
Just a tap on the head. He's out cold.
Helen, you stay here. If anybody comes, anybody suspicious, blow this whistle, understand?
Yes.
And keep your head. Come on, Gabby. Down on the tracks. And hurry.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open, Helen.
I will.
Into the tunnel, Gabby. 40 minutes isn't any too long.
If Hampton's in, he's playing possum. Break down the door, Captain Shaw.
Yes, Mr. Moto.
One more will do it.
Yes, sir.
The lights, quickly.
Yeah.
Dr. Andrews. Untie him quickly.
Yes, sir.
I knew it. I knew I was right about Hampton. There was something about him, something in his eyes. The gag. Quickly, Captain.
Yeah. Take it easy, Andrews. Now.
Moto, hurry. You were right all along. They've got 2 nitrogen
Get him some
bombs.
water, Captain.
No, I'm all right. The subway runs underneath the foundation building. I heard them talking. They're going to blow up the buildings in the subway with nitrogen bombs.
Captain Shaw.
Yes, sir.
Get 30 men from headquarters. Which station, Dr. Andrews?
Down the street. For God's sake, hurry.
10 men at the stop above, Captain. 10 at the station down the street. 10 at the first station down.
Yes, sir.
Hurry, Captain Shaw. Every moment we lose brings us closer to disaster.
Tighter, Gabby.
Yeah, okay.
The bombs won't explode unless the detonator hose is airtight.
I tell you, we won't make it. We've been in here 20 minutes now.
That one's ready. Now the other.
Boss, we won't make it, I'm telling you.
Shut up. Hold the flashlight steady.
Listen. Train.
There's a junction 3 stations down. It's not coming this way. Hold the flashlight lower.
We can't fix both bombs. We ain't got the time.
I tell you, there's a junction 3 stations down. Now shut up. There won't be a train on this track for 20 minutes. One bomb is set. Hold the flashlight while I tighten the other.
We won't get far enough away.
We'll be out of here in 10 minutes. That gives us 10 to get away. Give me the hammer.
Put it on the track.
What?
On the tracks, the hose connection.
Right.
Now hold it steady.
One more.
Hey, that is a local. Something's gone wrong.
One more.
Are you crazy?
One more will do it.
Hey, that train's coming. Look.
It's not. One more.
But I can see it. We can't make it.
We can.
We'll be blown to bits. Pull those connections out. Pull them out, you hear me? The train's coming. We can't make it. We'll be blown to bits.
It can't be the local.
Pull those connections.
No.
We'll be blown to bits. Pull those connections. Will you pull them?
All right.
Come on. Now, the other, hurry. There's a safety net down the tracks on the side of the wall. Come on, pull the other one. Got it. Never mind, it's too... Come on! Come on, Ed, run!
Gabby, help me. I fell. I got my foot. Help me.
Well, gentlemen, the fake Mr. Hampton will bother us no longer. There was very little of him left.
He was insane.
A communist fanatic, Dr. Andrews, dedicated to a cause. So was Miss Cotter. Daddy was in it purely for money, an ex-convict. They'll probably get 20 years.
The real hero was the driver of that empty subway train.
No, Captain Shaw. The bombs couldn't possibly have been ready. Setting an air hose detonator on the nitrogen bomb by hand is a difficult job. I knew it could not possibly be done in less than 40 minutes. The transit people were very cooperative. They did not allow the local to stop at a single station. It was almost 20 minutes early. I knew they would still be in the subway tunnel, and that they would hardly allow themselves to be blown up.
Mr. Moto, I'm sorry I wasn't more cooperative.
You acted as you thought best, Dr. Andrews.
Well, it's just that I hate witch hunts.
Yes, I hate them too, Dr. Andrews. Hate to see an innocent person unjustly accused. On the other hand...
Yes, Mr. Moto?
The price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
You have just heard the world's greatest international secret agent, Mr. I.A. Moto, in a story of Sabotage. James Monks starred as Mr. Moto. The script was written and directed by Harry W. Junkin, produced by Carol Irwin. Others in the cast were Hadley Rainey, Ross Martin, Rita Lynn, Bernard Grant, and Lyle Sudrow. The music was transcribed. This is Fred Collins speaking, and here with a preview of next week's story is Mr. I.A. Moto.
Thank you. Next week, a story of the eternal city. A story of the ancient dead and the fearful living. Of an escape from the catacombs of Rome. And now, may you sleep in grace and wisdom, and arise to greet the dawn renewed and strengthened, confident in the words of the poet that the spirit of the worm beneath the sod in love and worship blends itself with God. Good night.
It's the Silver Jubilee on NBC. Tomorrow morning and every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, NBC invites you to hear the very best in morning radio entertainment. Tommy Bartlett on Welcome Travelers, Double or Nothing with Walter O'Keefe, and Break the Bank with Bud Collier. There's also The Jack Burt Show and Dial Dave Garroway. Yes, Monday through Friday for the best in morning radio, it's NBC. Phil Baker invites you to join the $64 question next on NBC.
Welcome back. Well, another episode of Mr. Moto with a pretty clever way to go ahead and prevent the sabotage. The death of the fake scientist wasn't the intent of the plan, only its result. Overall, a pretty good drama. Well, now we turn to listener comments and feedback, and we have this from Joel. who writes in, as a kid during the Cold War, I developed a fear of the communists that rivaled my perception of the Nazis. Listening to the episode The Victim, I relived the propaganda that created these feelings. These are vivid and terrifying versions of the Manchurian Candidate. Considering what has been revealed about U.S. programs of drug use, LSD experiments, torture during that period, I have to wonder how innocent we were and how much of the anti-Soviet fear was a product of the propaganda machine. Mr. Moto is the most powerful of the raft of the anti-communist dramas I heard as a 10-year-old in 1950. Thank you for taking me back. Well, Joel, your email reminds me a bit of the quote by Maxwell Smart from an episode of Get Smart in the 60s. We have to shoot and kill and destroy. We represent everything that's wholesome and good in the world. That said, we really, with the Soviets and the communists in China, we're dealing with some pretty bad regimes. Between Stalin and Mao, there were more than 100 million deaths. And when you take a look at a lot of the communist propaganda of the time, you see it was very aggressive and international in its approach. So there wasn't a fear of nothing. But at the same time, there were indeed a lot of false accusations of communist activity, and that was seen with things like the Red Channel books, which labeled a lot of people in Hollywood as communist unjustly. And really, in a way, in this episode of Mr. Moto, I found it kind of interesting with the way it ended. Mr. Moto trying to balance the need for security with the desire to avoid any sort of witch hunts, because clearly the director of that institute was taking that view of Mr. Moto, that he was here to attempt some sort of witch hunt. I did like the little twist they had in there where Mr. Moto was suspicious of the guy, but it turns out that what aroused his suspicion, or at least one of the things, was actually wrong. That I thought was a pretty fun twist in the script. Well, we will be back next week with another episode of Mr. Moto. Join us tomorrow for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Before we do get started, I want to let you know about a great way you can support the show. Whenever you're thinking about making travel plans, go to JohnnyDollarAir.com. JohnnyDollarAir.com is powered by Priceline, so you can name your own price on hotels, rental cars, airline tickets, or choose from great published fares. And if you find a great price there, through that link, part of your purchase goes to support the great detectives of old-time radio at no additional cost to you. So when you're making your travel plans, remember JohnnyDollarAir.com first. Now it's time for today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Duke Red Matter, Parts 3 and 4.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Who?
Johnny Dollar, the insurance investigator. This is Miss Abbott, isn't it?
Yes. What are you doing in the stable office?
Waiting for you to call me. Your father threw me off the farm a few minutes ago. A man named Cully, who works for your dad, said he really didn't mean it. Said he'd fix it up for me to talk to you.
Cully. I guess that's why he asked me to phone the stable office.
You told me the horse wasn't injured, shouldn't have been destroyed.
Oh, I hope you didn't believe all that, Mr. Dollar.
Well, now look, I've got to settle a $65,000 claim on the death of a racehorse. The carcass was cremated, and I have no evidence that the horse was destroyed or even injured. I don't know what to believe yet, but I can tell you this. Don't ever talk to an insurance investigator the way you did earlier today, not unless you can back it up.
My, you sound grim.
You sound like it's a laughing matter.
Hardly anything's a laughing matter. I'll be right down.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Location, San Pietro, California. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Universal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Duke Red matter. 15 minutes after I spoke with Terry Abbott on the phone, I looked out the window of the stable office and saw her starting down toward the stables. She'd changed clothes. This time she was wearing blue jeans and riding boots. She carried a quirt in one hand, a cigarette in the other. There was a scarf or some such tied around her hair. All in all, it was a classic impression. Rich girl, racing horses, and fast cars. She wore a disdainful pout, also classic.
Hi.
How do?
Father asked me where I was going, and I told him I was going for a ride. Why'd he throw you out?
He didn't like questions I asked him, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I won't like the questions you ask me.
Possibly. Probably.
You don't really work very hard trying to please anyone, do you?
Industrial hazard in my business. Hope it doesn't bother you too much, Miss Abbott.
Nope, I like it. You're so darn sure of yourself, and you know so darn little, and you look like you might be thinking all kinds of things. How tall are you? No, let me guess. 6'1"?
Not quite.
Well, you're tall enough, I suppose. Do you like this office? I suppose you've been opening the files and going through all of Father's papers. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
Nope.
Well, unless you know something about horses, the papers around here wouldn't mean much to you. Times, weights, whole schedule and chart for every bit of stock on the place. Do you know anything about horses?
Just one. Duke Red.
Oh.
He was insured for $65,000. And he's dead now.
You know, I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I wanted to talk to you before I left.
What about? I didn't insure Duke Red. My father insured him. Your business is with my dad, not me, Mr. Dollar.
Pardon me if I seem a little confused, but earlier today you were very anxious to tell me something about all that.
Was I?
Yes, you were. Hey, what is this anyway?
I wish we hadn't met.
But we did, and you mentioned there was no need to destroy Duke Red after he'd been injured. Now, did you say something like that to me because you were angry at your father, or did you say it because there was some truth to it? Well, now, what's that supposed to mean? Do you just stand around and pout when people ask you questions? Did you mean that horse wasn't injured, or that he was injured, but that he could have been saved? Well, did you have any reason at all for saying the things you did?
I've been very upset lately. All of us around here have been very upset.
Yeah, I'm getting that way myself.
Duke Red was the best horse we've had around these stables in 5 years. His father was a real champion, Earl Red, and maybe you've heard of him. He earned $190,000. We've all been counting on Duke Red since he was a colt. He had it then. This was going to be his big year. When this stupid accident happened, it just turned all of us upside down.
Uh-huh. Is that your explanation for the things you said to me?
Yes, for the moment. Now, please, don't ask me any more questions right now.
One more.
What?
Your father fired a couple of people I wanted to talk with. One of them was a Howard Monroe.
Dad's office manager.
Yes, I met him a couple of nights ago. He wouldn't talk. He was too mad. Said something about letting your father handle his own dirty business.
What?
Now, I don't know what that meant, and I don't think I care just now. But the other man who was fired was a horse trainer named Warner, Tom Warner. According to your father, it was Warner's neglect that caused the horse to stumble and back into the tractor blades.
What?
Warner isn't around here now, but he must be somewhere, and I want to talk to him. Now, where can I find out his address?
He's from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore. What about his address?
Well, it'd be in the personnel files. You can get those at the office in town, in San Pietro.
Okay. Do you think he went there?
I don't know. And what's more, I don't care.
The Abbotts, father and daughter, were turning out to be a real peachy pair to deal with. I left them in their racing farm and drove back into San Pietro and the offices where I obtained the Baltimore address on Thomas Warner. Expense account item 4, $1.05, one telegram. To Hartford and the office of Niles Pearson, requesting a complete record of Benjamin Abbott's financial status. Item 5, $1.60, another telegram. To Thomas Warner, horse trainer, requesting him to contact me as soon as possible at the San Pietro Hotel. Meanwhile, I did what I could to establish Abbott's local credit standing. I started with the bank.
Dollar?
That's right.
What's it about?
I'm an insurance investigator. I'm working for Universal Adjustment Bureau. We have a claim in on a property of Benjamin Abbott.
Duke Red?
That's right, $65,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a load. What can the bank do for you?
Tell me about Abbott's credit situation, for one thing.
Oh.
He does bank here, I presume.
Yeah, for years. My name's Dale Orion. We better go in my office.
Sure.
Grab a chair, Dollar.
Thanks.
Miss White?
Yes, Mr. Orion.
Bring in Mr. Abbott's file, please. Up to date.
Yes, sir.
It'll take a few minutes, Dollar.
All right. Maybe you can give me a rundown on how things are generally.
Maybe. This is all confidential, I suppose?
Absolutely, Mr. Orion. I have no axe to grind.
You must have something to grind, or you wouldn't be here. People usually try to cheat insurance companies for money reasons, don't they?
Well, usually, yes.
Have you been cheated?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any reason for us to be cheated. Look, maybe it'll put your mind at ease if I just tell you that a man with a $65 claim has his financial situation checked as a matter of course.
You're a careful bunch of cut-ups, aren't you?
Well, business being the way it is, yeah.
Well, I don't think you'll find too much to raise an eyebrow about with old Ben. He's got one of the largest balances in town. Roughly, it'd be in the $100,000 area. Yeah, racing horses is quite a business, and he knows what he's doing. I doubt very much if he'd try to bamboozle you people out of a tiny little $65,000.
Well,
that's small change to Ben Abbott. That ranch, the stock, his investment there must come to well over $1 million. He meets a weekly payroll in the $10,000 class. Terry must run him a couple of thousand a month or so.
You mean his daughter?
Yeah. You met her?
Yeah.
Well, when Terry wants a new car, she just parks the old one she's been driving and takes a plane to San Francisco and buys a new one. She might even feel like having a vacation and fly over to Honolulu. She's very expensive that way.
If what you say is true, she must be.
No doubt about it. Well, she'll probably be marrying somebody one of these days as soon as she can find a guy who can stand the freight charges. I figure it'll be one of that Los Angeles oil gang or somebody from Texas. Oil's her best bet, don't you think?
Well,
that is, if she wants to stay in her social circle. It isn't very wide, naturally.
Naturally.
Oh, yes?
Mr. Orion.
Oh, come in, come in.
Mr. Abbott's folder.
Oh, thanks. Well, here it is. See for yourself.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. You want to take that office over there and look this over, Mr. Dollar?
Mr. Dollar? Yeah, I think I'd better. I spent the rest of the afternoon going over Benjamin Abbott's local bank standing. It confirmed in detail what Mr. Orion had said in general. His assets were many, his cash on hand plentiful. Also, and this has a bearing, the activities of his daughter Terry were indicated in some of the expenditures. There was only one item I had to question Orion about when I'd finished looking it all over.
Yes, Dollar?
I noticed a check was drawn 5 days ago payable to Howard T. Monroe, $5,500.
Yes?
It's marked bonus.
Monroe handled business affairs for Abbott a year or two, and Monroe left a few days ago. Probably severance and things like that.
Yeah.
Anything wrong?
I don't know. For all I can gather, they didn't part company under the best of terms. As a matter of fact, they had kind of a row. Seems strange he'd pay Monroe a balance after he kicked him out.
He's a strange guy. Check cleared all right. No question on it.
Oh, yeah, I noticed. Something else, then.
Monroe
was fired last Tuesday. Monday, a man named Thomas Warner was fired, too.
Tom Warner, the trainer?
Yeah. Abbott told me Warner was responsible for the accident with Duke Red. Funny.
What?
Well, according to these books, Abbott should still owe Thomas Warner a month's salary, $700.
Well, let me see. Yes.
No bonus, no salary, no severance.
Seems to me Tom Warner's got a kick coming.
Why doesn't he kick, Mr. Orion?
I don't know. I would.
Most anybody would. I rechecked Abbott's local office in San Pietro and learned that Warner had not left any kind of forwarding address. As a matter of fact, he told no one he was leaving. Expense account item 6, $1.98, dinner, alone, in the dining room adjacent to the lobby of the San Pietro Hotel. I wasn't enjoying my chef's special with a limp green salad when the clerk came in.
Mr. Dollar. I thought you might be in here. A long-distance call for you, Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, yeah, fine. Where can I take you?
Use the lobby phone, Mr. Dollar. I'll plug you in from the switchboard. Yeah, go ahead. They're on the line now.
Good, thanks. Thanks very much. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Is this Johnny Dollar, the man who sent the telegram?
Yes, who's this?
This is Thomas Warner's father. The wire I opened it said it was important for Thomas to get in touch with you. I thought I'd better call and tell you where you could reach him, Mr. Dollar.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir.
I come home from work. I think this is best. You call him in San Pietro. He worked near there for a man named Benjamin Abbott. Ben Abbott, training horses. You get in touch with Thomas.
Oh,
Mr.
wait a
Abbott.
minute. I'm in San Pietro now, Mr. Warner. Your son left here 4 days ago. Didn't he come home?
No. Are you sure Thomas is not at Mr. Benjamin Abbott's farm?
Positive. Do you have any other ideas where he could be?
No. Not sound like Thomas, though, Mr. Dollar. He would not go off away without letting his mother and me know.
Are you sure?
I am sure, certain. Thomas, my son, he always let my wife and I know where he is, so we don't worry. Something is wrong, Mr. Dollar?
What?
Is something wrong?
Yeah. Maybe there is. Yeah. Plenty. Johnny Dollar.
You placed a call to the Universal Adjustment Bureau in Hartford, Connecticut?
Yes, I did.
We have Mr. Pearson on the line now. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Hello?
Johnny?
Niles. Ben Abbott's rating with Dun & Bradstreet is very good. He doesn't need any money. I still haven't determined if there was really an accident. Oh, and no one seems to know what happened to Thomas Warner.
Who's that?
The trainer who was supposed to be with the horse when Abbott destroyed it. One his father called me from Baltimore. He doesn't know where he is either.
Is that so?
Something just occurred to me, Niles.
What?
Abbott's claim was filed over a week ago, yet he hasn't threatened to sue us or go to the insurance commission.
I know. And that's usually pretty standard procedure with a man like Abbott.
It is, if he has a just claim. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Location, San Pietro, California. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Universal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Duke Red matter. I had a strong suspicion that the death of Duke Red, a racehorse, had not happened as reported. The one man who could possibly answer my questions was missing. He had left the Abbott Ranch in San Pietro without collecting a month's back pay and without telling anybody about his forwarding address.
Just a minute there, sir.
Hi.
Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Kelly.
Mr. Dollar, you can make this pretty hard for me. Mr. Abbott told me I shouldn't let you on the ground.
Well, now, you didn't strike me as the kind of fellow who took that order too seriously.
What do you want, sir?
I want Thomas Warner, wherever he is.
Well, he isn't here.
I know that, Kelly. I want to find out where he is.
Probably went home.
I talked to his father in Baltimore. His father hasn't heard from him.
Oh.
Wouldn't you like to know where he is?
Men come and go, Mr. Dollar. You're friends with them for a little while, and you never hear from them again. I reckon that's the way we have to look at it. Now, maybe you better go now, Mr. Dollar.
Suppose he didn't want to go without saying goodbye. Suppose he didn't have a choice.
What do you mean?
I mean, a man doesn't pass up a month's pay just to make a fancy exit.
We can't talk here, sir.
Where did Thomas Warner stay?
He had a room off the stables, his own place.
How about there?
All right, Mr. Dollar. You wait for me, sir.
I walked on down to the stables again and found the little apartment Thomas Warner had used for living quarters. The door was locked, and I waited outside, looking over the workout tracks and the acres of rolling green turf that made Abbott Farms. A little while, Cully appeared.
I shouldn't be doing this, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Abbott would skin me alive if he knew I was having any truck with you after that big row you had with him yesterday.
Well, I'm not about to tell Mr. Abbott, Kelly. I appreciate your help.
This is where Mr. Warner stayed all the time he worked for Mr. Abbott.
Uh-huh.
You can see for yourself. It's all cleaned out, not a stitch left.
Yeah. Did you happen to see Warner leave here that night?
Right after the accident, he was gone. Mr. Abbott came up to the house about 9 o'clock. He told us all that Duke Red had been hurt, he had to shoot him, and that he had taken care of the rest.
You mean destroying the carcass?
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty big job for one man.
Well, I believe Dr. Gorey helped him with it, sir. He was with Mr. Abbott.
Oh.
Then Mr. Abbott told us that Mr. Warner was to blame for the accident and that Mr. Warner wasn't with us anymore.
I wonder if any of the others saw him actually leave the premises.
Well, now, we talked about that amongst ourselves. Nobody saw him go, Mr. Dollar. We thought it was kind of funny. Tom was a friendly, quiet sort of man, but he had a lot of friends here.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of disappointed us all, I guess.
Did he have many things in this room?
Clothes, mostly. He was a light traveler, Mr. Dollar. Horse training was just one thing. He worked on ships and in mining camps and lumber mills, I know that much, and he read a lot. Always seemed to be studying, finding himself.
Did he have a temper?
No, sir. No, sir. That's one thing Mr. Tom didn't have. Good horse trainer can't afford to have a temper. Even Mr. Abbott he could handle. All except that night, I guess. Mr. Abbott got powerful mad, I'm sure. Mr. Abbott is not an easy man to work for.
How long have you been with him, Cully?
23 years, sir. We were together in Maryland before he moved the stables to California.
His bad temper hasn't bothered you?
Mr. Abbott was different than he is now. I mean, when Miss Abbott was alive. But then when she died and raising Miss Terry, he hasn't had it so easy. I mean, easy with himself. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think so.
I worry about Mr. Abbott, Mr. Dollar. He don't seem to run himself well sometimes. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe Duke Red being gone now will help. Mr. Abbott counted on that animal a lot. Counting on a racehorse is not just being anxious overnight or for a week, but being anxious for years, from the time they're colts to when they first step out. Now he don't have that worry at all. Maybe it'll do him some good.
What about his other horses?
Them? Well, none of them like Duke Red. Not the same at all. They'll race and make money, but nothing like Duke Red.
Yeah.
Mr. Warner said he was a fine horse.
Tell me, what kind of a car did Mr. Warner drive?
But he didn't have a car, Mr. Dollar.
Well, how do you suppose he left here? He must have been carrying luggage.
I reckon so. He could have lugged him out the highway and flagged himself a ride or waited for the bus. They come by all the time.
Think he might have called a cab in town?
Didn't use the house for one. Maybe the one down in the stable office.
Maybe someone drove him in, Cully.
Miss Terry might have, sir.
Huh?
Miss Terry drove Mr. Warner around now and then.
Did Mr. Abbott approve of that?
No, sir. He did not.
After my talk with Cully, I took a chance and hung around the stables trying to get a line on Thomas Warner. Ben Abbott's belligerent attitude seemed to permeate the whole farm. The horse handlers I talked with were grumbling and complaining. I was able to learn nothing from them. I decided to tackle Abbott himself again. He wasn't in, but his daughter was.
Well, you came around just the right time, Mr. Dollar. We haven't had too much excitement around here all day long. I think they're supposed to toss you out on your ear when you show up. That should be interesting. Would you like a drink?
No, not right now, thanks.
Not right now, thanks. Now, isn't that the end, the bitter end? So precise, so efficient, so determined, so anxious to do a good job. To be a sober, steady, substantial, expert bore. Now, what is it?
Who are you mad at, Terry? Tom Warner?
Why should I be mad at him? Horse trainer.
Because he left and didn't say goodbye?
Maybe.
You know, when I first came in this house 2 days ago, you were arguing with your father. I couldn't help overhearing it. Was that about Tom Warner?
Yes. Dad said he wasn't good enough for me. I'm all right now.
Something else that day. That business you were telling me about before. It'll have to be looked into.
Why, for heaven's sake?
Because you intimated that your father and Dr. Gorey might be lying about the whole thing. Do you realize that if there's any truth to it, your father'd be liable for criminal charges?
I know. I was just trying to put Dad in a bad light with you. It was just for good old-fashioned first-class spite. Him telling me about not seeing Tom and all. We've been arguing for weeks about it. When I saw you the other day, I thought it was a good chance to get back at Dad.
I see. Tell me about the trouble over Warner.
Why tell you?
Well, let's say I'm an interested party. I like you, Terry.
Well, Tom and I saw quite a bit of each other, and Dad never liked it. I suppose because I'm all he has left. Mother and Bob, he was my older brother, were killed in an airplane accident a few years ago. Dad's always expected me to marry one of the Long Island horsey set, the turf, something, I don't know. Anything but a horse trainer. He's been looking for an excuse to get rid of Tom.
Your father doesn't strike me as the kind of man who'd have to give an excuse to fire someone he didn't want around.
Well, he found an excuse. He blamed the accident on Tom. Do you think he's mad?
What's that?
Nothing.
Do you suppose your father will ever calm down so I can talk to him?
I don't know. The Abbotts have always been a terribly angry group of people, very emotional. There doesn't seem to be much of a let-up these days.
Terry, is that what you meant when you asked me if I thought your father was mad?
I suppose so. It's almost as if he's been on the verge of something lately, something desperate. His moods frighten me sometimes. They didn't used to. I don't easily frighten. But looking back, 2 years ago, Daddy bought a new car. We were out driving one day right after he bought it, and something went wrong. The gear shifter, some little thing. Well, Daddy was so angry, he just backed the car up and smashed it into a cement wall and left it. That was when he first frightened me. The first time that I can remember.
Have you been frightened much?
Since then? Oh, yes, many times. That's why Tom was so nice to have around. He never became angry. Never did things like that. Like the men I know. Tom sat quietly, and he let me sit beside him, reading, talking. I'm not that kind, really, of course, but I liked it with Tom. I liked it very much. You asked me about him, Johnny. Well, I'll tell you. If he'd come to say goodbye to me, there would have been no goodbye. I would have gone away with him anywhere. I was in love with him from the first day he came to work here. I still am. I always will be. Well, that's all there is to tell.
Did he know this, Terry?
Yes. And he knew I meant it.
I do.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Constable in?
I'm in. I'm the constable, Tad Polk.
My name's Johnny Dollar. I'm from Hartford.
Mm-hmm. What's your trouble, Mr. Dollar?
Well, I'm worried, I guess, Mr. Polk. I walked around for a long time before I came in here.
Yeah, sit down. Yeah, hardly anybody drops in this time of night, unless they're drunk. How about you?
Nope.
No, didn't think so.
Mr. Polk, I'm an insurance investigator. I've been in San Pietro 3 days now trying to get the facts about a claim filed by Benjamin Abbott.
Mm-hmm. I suppose about his horse, Duke Red.
That's right, Mr. Polk. I can't seem to locate a man named Warner, Thomas Warner. Worked as a trainer for Abbott up until the day of the accident.
Go ahead, sir.
Warner and Abbott had an argument over the accident. Warner left. He was fired. His folks in Baltimore haven't heard from him, and they're worried. I can't seem to get a line on him myself, and I need to talk to him.
Yes, well, what exactly do you want me to do for you, son?
Help me find him.
You sure he's missing?
He isn't around.
You want to make out a missing persons complaint, that it?
I suppose so, yes.
Yes, all right. Now, you just sign here.
All right. There. You guarantee results?
I might surprise you, mister. I'll let you know what happens.
Now, here's our star to tell you about the final intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, well, it all hinges on a decent man who knows he's loved and never said goodbye. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, this mystery builds. And this is one of those cases where Johnny is sent out to prevent insurance fraud. But the case may involve something far worse. Well, we'll find out on Friday what it is. I have to say, in terms of a cliffhanger, the way that ended with him casually saying that basically he'd take a look at it. The constable will take a look at it. To be continued. I don't know if that was the best one in the series, but I'm certain they'll give us a good ending. All right, well, listener comments and feedback. Christine emails in, "Hi, Adam. I must say, I'm really enjoying the current Johnny Dollar presentations. Bob Bailey rocks as Johnny Dollar, even more than he rocked as George Valentine. I listened to the Todd Matter over the weekend, and it seemed familiar to me. I want to say I heard a similar storyline on the lineup, but perhaps it was an earlier Johnny Dollar episode. Do you know if this is a recycled storyline?" Yes, Christine, like a lot of the 5-part matters, the Todd Matter actually was a mixture of some story elements from the Rochester theft matter and the Baltimore matter. Thanks for the question. Terry Palmer over on Facebook says, "Love the Johnny Dollar episodes." Well, thanks so much, Terry, and thanks so much for everyone listening out there. We'll be back tomorrow with a presentation of the Purloined Letter, and then join us back here on Friday as we wrap up Duke Red Matter. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Well, we're going to conclude with the very last Poe detective mystery, and perhaps the most famous, the Purloined Letter. The Purloined Letter was produced for the NBC University Theater, which was actually used in conjunction with a college class. And more than 43,000 people ended up getting college credit by listening to the programs in this series in conjunction with other activities in this class. They covered a lot of different ground in this lengthy series. Gulliver's Trouble that they mentioned, Moby Dick, Huckleberry Finn, Goodbye Mr. Chips, 1984. Really just a wide gamut of different stories that the NBC University Theater aired. Today's episode stars Adolphe Menjou, who was an American actor of French descent, famous for his roles in such movies as The Front Page, which he won an Academy Award nomination for in 1931, as well as A Star is Born. With that said, we're pretty well set up, so let's go ahead and take a listen to this classic Edgar Allan Poe story from the NBC University Theater, September 17th, 1948, The Purloined Letter.
This is the NBC University Theater, presenting another in our series of radio plays based on the world's great stories. Tonight, The Purloined Letter by Edgar Allan Poe, starring Adolphe Menjou. The tales of Edgar Allan Poe are largely a blend of the mysterious, the mystical, and the macabre, with the accent perhaps on the latter quality. And yet, when he wished, Poe could forget his intense preoccupation with the element of horror and tell a story of pure mystery in such absorbing fashion that he can truly be called the first great writer of modern detective fiction. Tonight we present Adolphe Menjou as Detective Auguste Dupin in the classic story of Parisian intrigue, The Purloined Letter, by Edgar Allan Poe.
This is Edgar Allan Poe. The tale I wish to relate to you now is another instance of the work of my amazing friend, Monsieur Auguste Dupin. You will, I have no doubt, remember Dupin as the man who solved the grisly murders in the Rue Morgue and that of Marie Roget. I will spare you tonight any such further instance of tragic death. But even in this case of which I speak now, I cannot but feel that the solution at which Dupin arrived would have been beyond the powers of any other man I have ever known. But to begin the tale at what seems the logical place.
My dear Poe, would you mind stirring up the fire a bit?
Not at all. This autumn weather gets into one's bones.
Ah, that is better. Also, it gives me more light to enjoy the smoke of my pipe.
We could light the lamp, but you always say you think better in the dark.
Well, light it if you like, by all means. I think we may be having a visitor soon. And besides, why do you suppose I have been to think?
Your guess was right about the visitor. Who is it?
Well, I imagine it is Monsieur le Préfet. He has not been here for a month. It would take him that long to make up his mind to appeal to me again.
And that's why you should be thinking. This affair of the Purloined letter, it's completely baffling.
You think so?
Don't you? I'm sure Her Highness the Princess wouldn't share your calmness. Nor will Monsieur le Préfet.
We shall see. Good evening, Garon.
Good evening, Dupin, Monsieur Paul.
Good evening, Monsieur le Préfet.
Sit down, Garon, sit down. We haven't seen you here of late. Have you come on special business?
Why, no, nothing in particular.
Well, we shall have a nice chat. Everything going well with our gallant officers of the police?
Quite well.
But, Monsieur Guérin, what of the letter? Have you found it?
Ah, Monsieur Poe, you force me to speak. I am a tormented man. I am quite at the end of my rope.
No success yet?
None. And my reputation, I shall lose my office if I fail.
There was also a large reward, I believe you said.
Tremendous. I would be rich, but I shall never get it.
I am not so sure, Garon. I think you might.
No. I have done everything. I shall be ruined. Tell me, Dupin, what shall I do?
Do? Why, take advice, to be sure.
I assure you, Dupin, I am perfectly willing to take advice and pay for it. I would give 50,000 francs to the man who could help me.
50,000, eh?
My personal check.
Well, then, let us consider. We will take this case back to its very beginning and examine it. It began, we will recall, the princess.
Here is a letter, Your Highness. It has just been brought by messenger.
Thank you, Marie. Who is it? Marie, will you go into the wardrobe and find my other dancing slippers? These pain me.
At once, Your Highness. I bring them right away.
My most dearly beloved, I am here at my estate, knowing that it is wisest, but I am as one in exile. Every moment I spend away from you is an aeon spent in purgatory. Why does he write this way? It is too dangerous. I remember so clearly the look in your eyes on the day I left the court.
Perhaps
Philippe
Highness...
and de Leon.
Yes, my dear wife. Has something happened to upset you?
Why, no, only you startled me.
As I predicted, Your Highness, the princess is not yet ready. Perhaps we might have a few more words. There is nothing more to be said, de Leon. I shall never agree to this tax you propose. It is robbery. Louise, make haste. You know how you had to miss the first dance at a ball. What was that you were reading as we came in?
Nothing. It's only an unimportant letter from some nobody in the provinces.
Well, then, put it down and make ready.
Yes, of course.
I perceive that our princess will be once again the loveliest lady at the ball.
You are too flattering, Comte de Leon.
Not at all. Your Highness must pardon my intrusion into your boudoir, but I was in the middle of a discussion with your honored husband.
Apologies do not sound well from you, Monsieur le Comte.
In my humble position as Minister of Finance... In your humble position as Minister of Finance, de Leon, you contrive never to give me a moment's peace. But since your Highness opposes me on every measure... Enough of that, de Leon. You will handle the matter exactly as I have ordered. Very well, then. I will make a memorandum to that effect, lest I forget. By the way, Your Highness, you will not mind if I scribble it on the back of this piece of waste paper from the table?
Monsieur le Comte,
Oh, 1,000 pardons. I thought you said the note was worthless. It is perhaps something Your Highness wishes to treasure?
Why, no, of course not.
Ah, good. Well, au revoir. I trust we shall meet again at the ball. Your Highness is enjoying the party?
And why should I not be?
That is for Your Highness to know.
De Leon, I demand that you return to me that letter.
Letter? What can Your Highness mean?
The letter you stole from my boudoir an hour ago.
Oh, that letter. Au contraire, Your Highness, I shall treasure it. In future, you might suggest to a certain gentleman that he learn to disguise his hand when addressing such missives. One has eyes, after all.
I shall accuse you to my husband as a thief.
I doubt it. You could have done so in the boudoir, while His Highness stood right there. Ah, no, Your Highness, you must not call me a thief. That is an ugly name for a man who merely watches his opportunity.
Opportunity of what?
It is possible that your husband's mind might be changed in the matter of this new tax.
He will never agree to it.
I say he might, if you were to suggest it to him.
Your scheme will fail. My husband knows that I feel as he does in these matters. He will know that something is wrong.
Something? But he will not know what. It would be a pity for all parties should he find out, n'est-ce pas?
It was nearly a year thereafter, Monsieur le Préfet, that you honored me with your first call. Monsieur Poe and I had been sitting here talking of political events, the significance of which we did not at the time understand. You arrived and told us of the Purloined letter.
The business, as you see, is very simple, and I've no doubt we can manage it ourselves. But I thought you and Monsieur Poe might well like to hear of it, Dupin, since it is so very odd.
Simple and odd?
Why, yes. In fact, we've been puzzled because the whole thing is so simple. And yet it baffles us. And the reward offered is prodigious.
Perhaps the whole thing is a little too plain.
You and your strange notions, Dupin. But now to the matter. It is clear that the letter is still in De Leon's possession.
How do you know that?
Why, if he had used it or disclosed its contents, he would no longer have his power over the royal personage whose honor he threatens.
Poe and I were just speaking of the rapid ascendancy of De Leon's faction in the court. This explains it.
You proceeded, then, on the assumption that the minister still has the letter.
Precisely. Now, for the last 3 months, the minister has often been away from home all night. In that time, my men and I have completely ransacked his home. It is impossible that we should have missed it.
He could not, I suppose, be carrying it with him.
Out of the question. We have posed as robbers and waylaid him twice to search him.
Well, he must have expected that. What was the appearance of this letter?
Oh, an ordinary one. Except, of course, for the small red crest embossed on it. Folded twice over, the address in a large, bold, masculine hand, the paper heavy.
Very good.
Tell me, Garam, how have you gone about searching the house?
Well, we took our time. We looked everywhere. We searched the drawers. To us, of course, there is no such thing as a secret drawer. We probed the cushions with needles, took the tops from the tables.
Why that?
It is possible, Monsieur Poe, to bore a hole in a table leg or the top of a bedpost and hide something inside.
But the legs of the chairs. You didn't take all the chairs apart.
We did better. We examined the jointings of every piece of furniture with a microscope. The smallest bit of gimlet dust would have looked as large as an apple.
You looked behind the mirrors, of course?
Look, the mirrors, the carpets, the paper on the walls, the binding of the books, everything.
Then you're making a mistake. The letter is not on the premises. He has sent it away.
I fear you may be right.
Nonsense. Of course it is there. He would have to be able to produce it at a moment's notice.
But, Dupin, what shall I do?
Look again.
That is perfectly useless.
It is the only advice I have to give you.
Very well, then. I'll go again tonight. And you, too, shall come along.
Take Monsieur Poe if you wish. But I fear the minister has placed the letter not merely out of sight, but out of mind. I shall search for it in my own mind right here.
Softly now, Monsieur Poe. The servants sleep at a distance, but we must take no chances.
Of course.
The library is here. Is that you, Jacques?
Oui, Monsieur le Préfet.
Find anything new?
Some few parcels, Monsieur. I was just coming to them.
Well, get about it.
Oui, Monsieur le Préfet.
Come, Monsieur Poe. You and I, we shall re-examine the pages of the larger books on these shelves.
Well, let's begin then. Can't you open that lantern another inch?
Impossible. We must have secrecy. Besides, could you not see a letter if it were lying in a book?
I should like to be able to look around.
One does not need to see to search. Jacques, the parcels.
Nothing in the first, Monsieur le Préfet.
Your men are indeed skillful. I had forgotten there was anyone in the room but ourselves. Oh, look out!
These, Monsieur Poe, I beg of you to be careful.
I'm so sorry. The book slipped out of my hand.
Again, I must remind you how important it is that no one realize we are here.
That's strange.
What is it?
This book I just dropped. It's a book of his own verses.
Whose own verses?
The Comte de Leon. I didn't know he was a poet.
Bah, the Comte de Leon is a fool.
What makes you say that?
And what is a poet if not a fool? I tell you, if de Leon were really clever, I should have had him a long time ago. It must be through sheer idiocy that he escapes me. The devil take him and his foolish verses.
So Garand pronounced all poet fools, eh? I might well be offended at that if I chose. I regard my own poetry as being quite as good as De Leon's.
The poetry surprised me, frankly. Somehow I'd always had the impression that De Leon had written a learned text on differential calculus, that he was known as a mathematician, not a poet. I suppose he has a brother who is the mathematician.
You are mistaken. De Leon is both poet and mathematician. A very versatile mind.
But I'm really puzzled, Dupin. If Garand and his men really searched the whole place the way we did that room last night...
I assure you that they did. But they have considered only their own ideas of ingenuity.
How do you mean?
I mean that all this boring and probing and looking through microscopes is only an exaggeration of their usual tactics. Our friend Garand has the mind of a mathematician himself. And this mind naturally considers the minister a fool because he is renowned as a poet.
Then he must think the same of you.
Perhaps my doggerel has not come to Garand's attention. Which reminds me, will you walk with me to the bookseller at the corner? There's a little book of verse I have been meaning to get.
The next corner? There's no bookseller there.
My dear Poe, are you totally blind? The sign over his shop fills half the street. Look for yourself.
Oh, that's odd. I must have passed along here a dozen times and never noticed that sign. Of course I'll walk with you.
Hello, what is this?
Children. Oh, they seem to be after that small boy. Why, this is the small son of my concierge. Pierre, come here.
Mr. Poe, make them go away.
Now, come now, Pierre. They'll not hurt you.
But they call me a thief because I have all their marbles.
Have you stolen them?
But of course not. It is a game, monsieur. One holds marbles in his hand. The other guesses whether the number of marbles is even or odd. If you are right, you win one. If you are wrong, you lose one.
And you won all your friends' marbles at this game?
Oui, monsieur. And now they say I cheat.
I do not see how it would be possible to cheat. But you must have some principle of guessing.
Yes, there is a way. I have only to know how clever the other boy is.
Aha.
Perhaps the first time I guess odd and lose. If he is very stupid, he thinks I will change my second guess to even. But I guess odd again, and of course I win.
What if the other boy is not such a simpleton?
Then he will start to change from even to odd. But he will realize that this is too simple a move to fool me. And so he remains even.
Excellent. You know, I should like to test this theory. I have some coins here. Let us assume we have already played this game once, and the coins I held the first time were an even number. Well, what do I hold now? Come, why don't you make your guess?
I do not know you, monsieur. You must tell me first how clever you are.
I assure you, Pierre, Monsieur Dupin is the cleverest man in the world.
Well, you exaggerate somewhat, Poe. But come, Pierre, what do I hold now?
An odd number, monsieur.
Well, Dupin?
Your record is unbroken, Pierre. How did you guess?
Monsieur Poe said you were very clever. Therefore, you would try to fool me by doing exactly what a very stupid boy would do. By simply changing from even to odd. You see, it's easy.
As you say, Pierre. As you say, it is easy. Look here. Take these 3 francs and buy more marbles for your friends. It will put you back in their good graces. Run along now.
Ah, merci, monsieur, merci. Au revoir, monsieur.
Now, there is a child who does just what Garand cannot do. He thinks not of how he would do a thing, but of how his opponent would do it.
Well, that's all very well, but what if you fail to measure your opponent's intellect correctly?
Ah, that is exactly the point. Garand begins with the assumption that De Leon is merely a poet and therefore a fool. Whereas, we know that the minister is both poet and a mathematician. Consider now, as a mathematician, he understands the mathematical mind of our friend Garand. But as a poet, De Leon would have enough imagination to hide it somewhere else.
But where and how?
Well, perhaps he has concealed it by not concealing it at all, by making it so obvious that... Monsieur Poe, wait. You have walked right under the bookseller's sign without seeing it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then, suppose we go in, Dupin.
Well, never mind the bookseller. I must leave you now.
But I thought...
have you a pair of dark spectacles?
Dark spectacles? Yes. Here you are.
Excellent. And now, mon ami, farewell.
But where are you going?
I have just recalled a most urgent appointment. I am going to play marbles, Monsieur Poe, with the Minister of Finance.
Well, Dupin, welcome, welcome. Sit down, won't you?
Good morning, Monsieur de Leon. I'll just sit over here by the fire, if you do not mind.
Will you have coffee?
Oh, thank you, no. I breakfasted some time ago.
How I envy you men of energy who rise early. For myself, I think I was lazy in my cradle.
One would of necessity get up ahead of you in the morning, de Leon.
Still a wit, I see, Dupin. But to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
Why, to nothing. I was merely passing by.
Well, I am delighted to chat with you. Tell me, how does the world treat you? I trust those dark spectacles are not evidence of any difficulty?
No, merely fatigue. I find they enable me to see more clearly. As you know, that is important in my profession.
Quite. Yes, it seems to me I have heard of your clever work in connection with some rather notorious murders.
I was perhaps able to help.
It must have been a relief to our friend, Monsieur le Préfet, having you to do his thinking for him. A pity you have never been given a place at court. Such cleverness as yours would do well.
Well, I consider one clever fellow to be quite enough for any court.
If that is a compliment, it is too incorrect to be clear. Do you care for snuff?
No, thank you. I have my own snuff box right here.
Excellent snuff. I recommend the brand.
I am unfortunately a creature of habit. I have always used the same brand. Charming library you have here, De Leon. Are you as ardent a collector as ever?
I pride myself that no man in France has a better collection of verse and manuscript. Have you ever seen my original of Crébillon's Après?
I must be under the pain of reminding you how you snatched that manuscript out from under my nose, just as I was preparing to add it to my own collection.
My apologies. I'm afraid the auctioneer was a personal friend of mine.
And of mine, I thought. Your friendship, it seems, was worth more to him. Well, I shall repay you one day.
I shall be on the lookout. Are you sure you will not take some refreshment?
Quite sure. I am leaving directly.
It has been a pleasure to see you, Dupin. I trust you will come soon again. It is always an honor to entertain a fellow poet and an old friend.
Dupin, you've been sitting with that pile of writing paper for an hour. What on earth are you doing?
Merely amusing myself, my dear Poe.
I wish your amusement didn't call for the burning of so much sealing wax. I'm quite stifled with the odor.
I shall be finished directly. No, by the by, if you are not occupied tomorrow, mon ami, I wish you would stop by the minister with me. I must return there. This morning, by the merest accident, I left a gold snuff box on his library table.
My dear Dupin, I am delighted that you took me so promptly at my word.
Most ridiculously careless of me, De Leon. I seem to have left my snuff box with you yesterday.
Why, yes, of course. It is here on the table.
Oh, this is my friend, Monsieur Poe of the United States, Le Comte de Leon.
A pleasure, Your Excellency.
Ah, an American. I trust you are finding Dupin a satisfactory guide to the sights of our capital?
A most superior guide, monsieur.
It is fortunate that you returned, Dupin. I should like your opinion on a folio I have purchased. It was delivered this morning.
I should be delighted to look at it.
It is there on the desk. I am assured that it is unquestionably...
Listen. What's happening?
Upon my word, there seems to be some disturbance in the street. Those were shots. I don't understand.
Open the window, monsieur. Let's see what it is.
Indeed, yes.
There.
That man. He has a pistol.
He's firing into the crowd. Why don't some of the men seize him?
Discretion, Monsieur Poe. The fellow is obviously a lunatic. The gendarmes are coming at last.
Yes, they've got him. What a peculiar thing.
They're taking him off now. Dupin, what do you make of it?
What is it? Is the excitement over?
Well, you're a cool fellow. You mean you haven't moved from that desk through all of this?
I was absorbed in this manuscript. Also, it pains me to look upon disorder.
Well, and what do you think of my acquisition?
Well, most interesting. I must beg your leave to come again and examine it more at leisure. Come, my dear Poe, we shall be going, before any more shooting starts.
Yes, of course. Delighted to have made your acquaintance, Comte de Leon.
And yours, monsieur?
Au revoir, de Leon.
Au revoir, monsieur. Dupin, a moment.
What is it?
Regardez, mon ami. You have once again forgotten your snuff box.
Dupin, I am desperate. You have accomplished nothing by these visits to Delaware.
Softly, softly. You recall my saying, my dear Poe, that our friend Garand here would surely have found the letter had the minister's reasoning been anything like his own.
But you know I did everything. My reputation is at stake.
One moment, monsieur. I was convinced that De Leon would reason quite differently, after the fashion of the child Pierre with his marble.
Please, Dupin, this is serious.
Assuredly. And so De Leon had to find a method of concealment that would not occur to Monsieur le Préfet. And it was you, my dear Poe, who convinced me that De Leon had concealed the letter by the very artistic means of not concealing it at all.
You mean the bookseller's sign?
Exactly. It was right under your nose, and for that very reason completely escaped your eyes.
But how did you...
Under cover of your spectacles, I let my eyes wander about the room. And just under the mantelpiece, I saw hanging a cheap little pasteboard rack of the sort one puts visiting cards into. Did you happen to notice it, Garand?
Why, no. Not that I remember.
Just so. And for that, I must remind you of the 50,000 francs you spoke of a while ago. Here is a check. Would you mind filling it up for that amount?
What is this? I cannot see that
Well, there is much that you cannot see, Garand. This rack I spoke of. In it, with several cards, was a letter of most conspicuous unimportance.
I am not interested in unimportant letters.
And the minister knew it. This letter bore a large black seal instead of the small red one you described. The handwriting was feminine instead of large and bold. In short, it was so completely different that I was convinced it was the very same.
What? What's that you say?
Have you written that check yet, Garand?
Yes, sir. Here it is. 50,000 francs.
Thank you. And here is the purloined letter.
Mon Dieu! It is the letter. This is unbelievable. I shall be rich.
Well, control yourself, Garand, control yourself. The next day, my dear Poe, when you and I returned to the minister's under the pretext of retrieving my snuff box, I had the dummy letter you saw me making. While that disturbance was going on in the street, I made the change.
It was lucky for you that the lunatic came along when he did.
Quite so, huh? By the by, Garand, I believe you are still holding that fellow. I wish you would let him go. I cannot go about without a valet.
Your valet? You mean that lunatic is your valet?
You use your eyes even less than I had supposed, my dear Garand. You have seen Barty 20 times. You could at least have recognized him under the circumstances.
Gentlemen, I seem to be feeling a little indisposed, and I must return the letter to the owner at once. You will pardon me. Au revoir, messieurs.
Au revoir. Not a bad fellow, really, Paul.
So much for the purloined letter. But listen, Dupin. Very likely De Leon doesn't yet know it's gone.
That was my object. A pity I will never know his thoughts, though, when he is reduced to opening the false letter I left in its place.
Why? Did you put anything in it?
Why, it would have been insulting to leave it blank. He has read the Greeks, I know. We have often discussed them. So I just wrote, by way of signature, the line from Aristophanes. An eager, meager servant of the muse. We poets, mon ami, we understand each other at the last.
The curtain of the NBC University Theater falls on another in our series of radio plays based on the world's great stories. Tonight's adaptation of the Edgar Allan Poe story, The Purloined Letter, was written by Clarisse A. Ross and starred Adolphe Menjou in the role of Auguste Dupin, with John Newland as Poe, David Wolfe as Guérin, and Theodore von Else as De Leon. Adolphe Menjou may soon be seen in the Warner Brothers picture, My Dream Is Yours. Others in tonight's cast were Howard Jeffrey, Alma Lawton, Bill Shaw, Byron Kane, Francis Pascoe, and John Ramsey Hill. We invite you to listen again next week when the NBC University Theater will present Gulliver's Travels, a radio play based on the famous stories by Jonathan Swift, starring Henry Hull. Tonight's production of The Purloined Letter was under the direction of Max Hutto. Original music was composed by Albert Harris and conducted by Henry Russell. Productions of the NBC University Theater are currently being used in conjunction with a course in American and British fiction under a college by radio plan at the University of Louisville. This program came to you from Hollywood. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Welcome back. I love this episode. Menjou is just, he's great in this role, and I think they just did a great job adapting the story. It was a lot of fun to listen to. This is my second or third time through, and I love listening to it every time, and I hope it was a treat for you as well. Well, now we turn to listener comments and feedback. Our first comment comes from Jeremy, who says, just got done listening to the first Poe story. Very interesting. Reminded me of Poirot. You said there was no cast list. To me, the detective sounded like Bob Newhart. Thank you for finding and sharing them. I'll meet up with you soon in the Weird Circle. Well, actually, I did find one episode of the Weird Circle that, beyond this, that might be worth playing. And I listened to potential, specials every week to find out if programs are any good. So thanks, Jeremy. And it may have sounded like Newhart, but yeah, it doesn't help because it wasn't Newhart because he was only 15 at the time. I also received some feedback on our 1000th episode special. Andy emails in, it's delightful to hear you, and what a great choice for the 1000th episode. A true story out of Chicago involving two Polish fellows being wrongfully convicted of a murder of a police officer. In my opinion, what makes the story special is the unwavering love and belief the mother had in her son's innocence. It should be played on Mother's Day. Always good to hear your shows. Still have Dragnets on my iPod. Well, thanks, Andy, and I might consider that Mother's Day special idea, because I could definitely see it fitting there. But maybe not next Mother's Day, but I'll keep it in mind for a future one. Heidi says, congratulations regarding the 1,000th episode. I've been a faithful listener to your podcast for years. I started when I was pregnant with my first child, and she is turning 5. We appreciate the years of sacrifice and hard work. Thanks to Andrea, too. Well, I will convey that. Sally says, we listen in the car doing chores, relaxing before bed. The talks before and after make so much more interesting. Well, thanks, Sally. Well, that will do it for today. Next week, the era of Nick Carter comes to the great detectives of old-time radio. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Thanks so much for your support. Support the program at support.greatdetectives.net. Now it's time for today's episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Duke Red Matter, Part 5.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Dr. Gorey. You left word for me to call?
Yes. Wonder if I could see you sometime today, Doctor.
What about?
About the Abbott matter.
No. I'm kind of busy today. I talked to you once, Mr. Dollar. What else can I say to you?
That's up to you, Doctor. Entirely up to you. I can tell you this. I have reason not to believe what you said before.
Now, look here, young man.
I have reason to believe that Duke Red wasn't destroyed exactly the way it was reported.
I'm not going to listen to any tall tales about a horse.
Then maybe you'll listen to one about a man.
What?
Thomas Warner, Duke Red's trainer, is missing. I've turned the matter over to the police.
Oh.
Yeah. How about it, Dr. Gorey? Do we talk?
All right, Mr. Dollar.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Location, San Pietro, California. To the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Universal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Duke Red matter. Expense account item 8, 90 cents. Breakfast for me and coffee for Constable Tad Polk, San Pietro Police Department.
Yes, sir. I'm glad we could get together this morning, Mr. Dollar. You know, I thought a long time about you reporting Tom Warner missing.
Well, maybe I'm worried for nothing. But I do know I don't like the circumstances of his disappearance.
You using me, Mr. Dollar?
What?
You know I got a police force of 4 men. We can't conduct any sizable investigation into a disappearance. Just aren't equipped for it.
I thought it might be something like that.
I don't want to be spending civic money to satisfy some doubts in the mind of your organization. It's not my province, Mr. Dollar.
Look, the man's missing. Nobody knows where he is. He didn't leave a trace. He did leave a month's pay behind him. He left after an argument with Abbott. Nobody saw him leave that farm, Constable. No one knows where he is now.
Now, just hold on to your britches, boy. I didn't say I wouldn't do anything about it.
Huh?
I'm going out and have a talk with Ben Abbott, Mr. Dollar. I've known him for a long time. Think maybe I can find out something about this. We'll see what happens there first, then make some plans.
Well, that sounds fair enough, Constable.
Where can I get in touch with you in case I have to?
I'm going over to see Dr. Gorey this morning. After that, I'll be at my hotel.
Fine. Dollar?
Yeah?
You think something might have happened to Tom Warner?
Yeah, Constable. I sure do. Expense account item 9, $2.50. One long-distance phone call to Hartford. I explained the matter of Tom Warner and requested Niles Pearson to have a man in Baltimore start checking with Warner's parents there in the event some lead as to his whereabouts might turn up there. After that, I drove out to see Dr. Gorey, veterinarian.
You know, you have a way of not being very nice on the telephone. What is it now, Mr. Dollar?
I just talked to my home office in Hartford, Dr. Gorey. They aren't very happy with the way this case has been going.
They're too bad about them in Hartford. How does it affect me?
Well, they're just about at the point where they might close it and call me back home.
All this fuss, and they're going to pay the claim?
No, not at all. I don't mean they're going to pay at all.
What?
They can do one of two things. They can appeal to the Insurance Commission for a judgment. They'd have a point. No reliable or cooperative witnesses saw the accident to the horse or the circumstances of it. What's more, there's no carcass. For all we know, the horse may be down in Mexico.
Now, look
or
here.
They can institute proceedings against Abbott, charge him with attempt to defraud.
That's ridiculous. Why would a man worth almost $1 million worry about an insurance policy?
Well, of course, it's ridiculous to you and me, Doctor. But then legally, it's not ridiculous at all. I can pretty well put some things together. Abbott didn't even want to file a claim for the loss of that horse. As a matter of fact, he fired his office manager, Monroe, for filing the claim. Fired him and paid him a bonus to get out and stay out so Monroe wouldn't have to answer any questions. True?
Possibly.
Abbott blamed the accident on Thomas Warner and fired him, too. Warner hasn't been seen or heard of since.
Now, you said on the phone...
I didn't say it, but I'll say it now. Abbott hated Warner because Warner was seeing his daughter. I'll also say Abbott never struck me as a man who could control his hates.
Tom Warner's nothing to me. I don't know anything about him.
But Ben Abbott is something to you. Now, look, Doctor. I spent some time checking you out because you're one of the parties who can help settle this thing. You've been in practice around here for a good long time. People seem to think a lot of you. I hate to see a nice guy like you get the book. I think I can stop that if you cooperate.
Now, look here.
Forget I'm an insurance investigator. I'm just a guy giving you some information. When I said my company's ready to turn the matter over to the insurance commission or file charges, it means that Abbott will have to sue for settlement. And that's just what we'd want him to do. In court, he'd have to produce Thomas Warner and prove his story of the accident. I don't think he can produce Thomas Warner. With what we have so far, Abbott would lose the suit, and the insurance company wouldn't fool around then. There's no outfit tougher than an insurance company when somebody's trying to cheat them, whether it's inadvertent or not. You'd have to be in court, too, Doctor.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Well, how about it? Can you give me the real story now?
I've been Ben Abbott's friend for 20 years.
And he asked you to lie for him. That's understandable to me. In a court, though, it's perjury.
What did it do to him?
That's up to the company. I'll have to hear your part of it first.
Duke Red was dead when I got out there that night. Ben had shot him. Duke Red hadn't had any accident. Ben made me promise to tell you that he had. Ben had just shot him.
Shot him? But why?
Duke Red wasn't the horse Ben counted on or thought he was. He had good conformation, but he just wouldn't run. Couldn't run, I think. Ben got mad about that and shot him.
And Tom Warner saw it happen, is that it?
Yeah. Ben told me Warner saw him shoot the horse. He gave Warner some money and told him to go away. I don't know. Ben's losing his mind, I think.
I've heard that about him before.
From who?
His daughter.
Terry. Yeah. Poor Terry. Yes, she'd have reason to say that. Huh? Now what?
I'll have to talk to Abbott.
Sure.
One thing still worries me.
What's that?
I went over his bank record. He paid out money to Monroe, but he didn't pay out anything to Thomas Warner.
He told me that he did.
Okay, then. I'll ask him about that, too. Expense account item 10, 35 cents. I lost it in a payphone trying to get in touch with Ben Abbott. No one answered, so I drove on out to the farm. The short winter day was over when I got there. Darkness had already come over the fields. Darkness and loneliness. Hey! Hey in there, open up! Open up! Open up, somebody! Open up!
Mr. Dollar, sir. Good evening.
Hello, Cully. Didn't you hear me?
Mr. Dollar, sir, maybe this isn't such a good time to be coming around.
Is Mr. Abbott here?
Yes, sir, he is. But Constable Polk was out here this afternoon asking questions, and he got powerful mad. There's no telling what he might do. He's awful mad.
Well, I'm a little mad myself. I'd like to see him. Tell him I'm here.
Mr. Dollar, please.
That's all right, Cully. You go ahead.
All right, Miss Terry. I'll find Mr. Abbott, Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Johnny.
Hi.
Oh, don't. Don't come any closer.
Well, what is it? Why is it so dark in here?
I'd rather you didn't see me just now.
Huh? Terry.
Vanity. A woman always has that first, they say. Oh, John.
Who did this to you?
Dad. He's crazy. I just don't seem to do anything to please him.
Here now.
Oh, Johnny, I think it's the end.
Here now.
Take your hands off of her.
What?
I said take your hands off her or I'll kill you with this.
Oh, Johnny, be careful.
Wait a minute.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I killed a man with that kind of thing.
Eddie, stop it! Stop it!
Terry, baby.
No, don't touch me. Oh, Johnny.
Oh, that's a pretty heavy cane he uses.
Oh, lie still. I'll phone a doctor.
No. Where'd he go?
I don't know. Out that way. Johnny, did you hear?
About killing someone else?
He was talking about Tom Warner. Johnny, I know it. He was talking about Tom.
I placed a call to Constable Polk's office, told him what happened. He said he'd start right away. After that, I took a look around the grounds. All the cars were still in the garages. Then I heard some sort of disturbance down by the stables.
Dollar! Don't come any closer. I've got a shotgun this time.
I have a gun, too, Mr. Abbott.
Go away from here. Get in your car and go away from here.
The police will be here in a few minutes. Look, this won't do you any good. Abbott, did you hear me? It'll be better for you if you're in the house ready to make a statement for them when they come. I know that Dr. Corey lied for you, Abbott. I know that you killed that horse deliberately. Abbott!
I told you to get away from here.
You said you'd kill someone. You were talking about Tom Warner, weren't you? You killed him because of Terry.
Last warning. Go away.
I won't go away. But you'd better throw that gun away and come on out here.
I'm not afraid of you, the whole bunch of you.
You're just being foolish, Abbott. Like you were the day you smashed up a new car because some little thing on it didn't work. The way you killed that valuable horse because you didn't like his running. The way you killed Tom Warner without reason. You're smashing your whole life now this way. Put down that gun and come out. Abbott!
That's enough.
Abbott. Oh, you didn't have to do it this way, Abbott. Lie still.
Warner's body. Under this floor. All his things with it. You know about Duke Red.
I know. Don't try to talk.
Warner tried to stop me from killing him. He said I was crazy, Dollar.
Easy.
I'm not crazy. Am I, Dollar?
Don't move.
Am I?
No. You're not crazy. Not anymore. They found the body of Thomas Warner where Abbott had said it was. He'd been shot to death. Terry was still in the hospital when I packed up and left San Pietro. Expense account item 11, $65.30. Hotel and board at the San Pietro Hotel. Item 12, $175, airfare and incidentals back to Hartford. Item 13, $43 even, miscellaneous. Expense account total, $802.65. No remarks. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, there'll be another intriguing story for you beginning next Monday night.
Next week, the Flight 6 matter. A story involving a girl so beautiful that men were willing to kill for her. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Barbara Fuller, Barbara Eiler, Herb Butterfield, John Stevenson, Parley Bear, Will Wright, Robert Bruce, and Forrest Lewis. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. This episode was originally adapted from the Johnny Dollar script, the Oklahoma Red Matter, which aired June 9th, 1953, but more developed. And you get more of a sense of tragedy in this case, and just a whole lot of things that Johnny Dollar stumbles into, as he is investigating this case, that he didn't set out to find. Another solid performance by Bob Bailey. All right, well, now let's go ahead and we will continue on with High Sky Hoodoo.
Carter Brown, Mysteries. Adventures in excitement and suspense, based on the best-selling novels by the slick storytelling sensation, Carter Brown.
Saturday morning at a few minutes to 7 was fine and clear. Swathed inside the anti-G suit, sitting in the cockpit of the F-92K, I had only one idea in mind. To call a halt to the Hoodoo on Whitney Kent and the plane at one and the same time. I waved a hand to the anxious group at the rail. Chuck, Hullmeyer, Moore, Jim Berg, and Sue. Then Gene Latimer's voice crackled over the radio in my eardrums.
Whitney, can you hear me? You getting me okay?
Sure, Gene. Loud and clear.
Okay. Take her up to 40,000 feet, then 20-degree turns. After that, you can go into the other tests.
Okay, Gene. Here we go. The takeoff was routine. I was used to the sloppy, clumsy feel of a jet at slow speeds. You have to throw the stick around like a barge pole before you get any results. Once you get them into their own element, into the stratosphere, then, brother, just breathe on that stick and you get a response.
How you doing, Whitney? Everything okay?
Smooth as silk, Gene. She lifted nice and cleanly. Altimeter's building up to 5,000.
No sign of trouble?
Not a speck. She's climbing like a bird. I leveled off at 30,000 with the match meter showing a steady .8. Nothing to get excited about. Somewhere around 370 to 380 miles per hour. I did the glides. Down to 5,000 feet, then back up to 30. After a routine of these, I did the turns. The F-92K turned nice and tightly with the aid of her flying tail. Power controls have kept the jet flyer's hair from turning pure white. All the while, I kept reporting back regularly to Gene, feeding him the information he wanted.
Okay, Whitney. I think you can take her back up to 40,000 and give her the gun.
We had permission to break the sound barrier at 40,000. Then the radio cut out. I wasn't worrying. Radios had cut out before. Everything else was still okay. The match meter registered 1. The speed of sound. It wasn't the first time I'd crashed the barrier, but it felt like the first time. It always did. But everything apart from that was fine. Then I looked up and saw that the nose of the plane was under the horizon. I eased back on the stick. The horizon stayed where it was. The plane's nose didn't lift. I fed in nose trim. But it didn't make an atom of difference. The nose stayed down. And then I remembered. The memory that had been drowned in an alcoholic haze came back, sharp and clear. The trouble was the flying tail. A jam-up locking the mechanism in the full nose-down position. But this time I was sober and I knew the answer. There's a manual control so you can cut the hydraulic pressure on the stabilizer in an emergency. I flicked the switch which cut the hydraulic pressure, and then I grabbed for the manual control. And nothing happened. I tried it again and again. And still nothing happened. It looked like I'd be going through that ejection routine again. I pulled the blind down sharply over my face. as the momentary blackout as the seat with me in it jerked free of the plane. Then I found myself in that exciting experience called free fall, because you can't get anybody to pay for it. Below me, I knew the F-92K would be spinning down, a silver streak to its doom. And in my heart was the grateful thought that this time I could be sure of my chute.
All right, gentlemen, let's take it quietly now. Whitney's back, all in one piece, for which we're all thankful. Now, maybe we can find out what the trouble was.
Sure we can. Because I know exactly. You do? Well, what is it? The flying tail got jammed in the nose-down position. Reasonable, Gene?
Sure. A slow leak in one of the valves would do it. But what about the manual control? What about the overriding switch to cut the hydraulics? Don't tell me you didn't think of those, Whitney.
I thought of them okay, Gene. There was only one thing wrong with them. They didn't work.
But I tested them last night around 10. They worked okay then. They must have worked today.
If you wanted to sabotage a plane, Gene, a leaking valve wouldn't be hard, would it?
No, it'd be darn easy.
How about the manual controls? Could you cut through something to make them ineffective? If you were going to sabotage it, Gene, you think that would be a good system?
A very good and very easy system.
But what about the other pilots, Whitney? Why didn't they get out like you?
Because they left it a fraction too late. I was the lucky guy. I quit early.
Well, I guess that gives us the answer. And I'm sure the Air Force will accept it. There's nothing wrong with the F-92K except sabotage.
And sabotage in this case includes murder. 5 Air Force pilots and Hank Jordan.
That means the FBI and the police will have to be brought in on it. Well, I won't be sorry. They're the experts. We can leave it to them.
But I wasn't satisfied to leave it to them. I had a couple of ideas of my own. The first meant getting hold of a gun. The other meant a trip to Los Angeles to the office of the Blue Circle Detective Agency. I borrowed the old man's Cadillac, and the afternoon was almost dead by the time I pulled up in L.A. outside the building. I was afraid in case I was too late, but I wasn't. The door of the outer office was open. The office itself was empty. But behind the frosted glass of the inner office door, I could see a figure. I moved in.
What?
Mr. Vanek, I presume?
Yeah. Who are you?
Kent's the name. Whitney Kent, of Kent Aircraft.
Oh.
What's all this, Mr. Vanek? Suitcases?
Yeah, I'm packing.
Going far?
Well, I really haven't made up my mind. There are so many places.
And so many airfields, too. Los Alamos, Detroit, Barksdale.
You!
Naughty. Don't grab for your gun. Drop it like a good guy. Now.
Don't. Please don't hit me.
I won't. I'll just see which is softer. Your head or this wall. And again.
Don't. I can't stand it.
How many of you were there? How many did it take to sabotage those Air Force planes?
Please, I don't...
How many?
2.
You and who else? That guy Slade?
Yeah, only the 2 of us. Please don't hit me anymore. You feel so ashamed.
Of what?
Myself.
Who gave the orders? Come on. Would you like me to do some more head bouncing?
No, please.
Okay. Who gave the orders?
It was...
Put him down, Buster.
Huh?
Fight somebody your own size.
Slade.
That's right. And this time, don't try those bullet head tactics. I can pull this trigger before you're off the floor.
He jumped me, Slade. I never had a chance.
Shut up, punk, and dry your eyes. You're grown up now. What are you, Kent? A scout? Waiting for the reserves to come up?
What are you talking about?
I told Stupid here we should have got going yesterday. But he figures there's plenty of time. He don't believe what he reads about the cops and the FBI sometimes being smart. So where are they?
There's no one around but me and your pal, Vanek. Have him! My turn, Slade. I'd thrown the little guy at Slade. 2 bullets hit Vanek in the chest, but it gave me just enough time to pull my gun and send 2 slugs for Slade. I took a last look at the 2 bodies and left. When I got back to the beach house, I found I had a visitor. The old man.
Where the heck have you been, Whitney? I've been waiting here for a half hour.
Didn't you help yourself to a drink?
No. I've been sitting here trying to figure out who was behind the sabotage.
You, come up with any bright ideas?
No. All I ended up with was a feeling that a nervous breakdown is creeping up on me fast.
Well, I can stave it off. I found out who crocked up Air Force planes.
You did? Who?
The Blue Circle Detective Agency. Mrs. Vanek and Slade.
Son, that's great. I'll get the police on it right away.
That won't do any good. They're both dead.
What?
Which leaves me with my suspicions about who was giving them orders, but no proof.
Well, come on, who?
Who hired the Blue Circle in the first place?
Moore. Milton Moore.
Only we'd have trouble pinning it onto your new co-director, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And it also leaves us without an explanation of the two crashes here. See if you can figure an answer to that while I'm gone.
Oh, where are you going?
Just to put a little emotion of mine into operation.
Now, look here, Whitney. If you've got some crazy idea in your head of playing hero...
I'm no hero, Chuck. Just a jetman with all tubes blazing. My idea was great, I thought. I drove Chuck's Cadillac down to the plant. The guard on the gate recognized the car and waved me in. There was a light on in Jim Berg's office, and I parked outside. The security man would make a good partner in this operation, but in case he didn't approve of it entirely, I decided to twist the story a little.
Well, Whitney, kind of late for you to be around, isn't it?
Oh, I've been nosing around. Thought I'd have a chat with you.
Oh, any time. You're number one boy in my books. You proved the F-92 case was sabotaged, giving us the first lead we've had.
We've done better than that.
Yeah? Tell me more. Our security chief's the last guy to hear anything that goes on.
I spent some time in L.A. The police were with me. They were playing along with an idea of mine.
Oh, what was that?
That Vanek and Slade of the Blue Circle Agency were behind the sabotaging of the 5 Air Force planes.
What? Well, what happened?
Everything we wanted. The cops have got both of them in custody right now. Vanek cracked wide open, spilled the whole story, how they did it, who was paying them, everything.
Well, how do you like that? Hey, Whit, have you got a gun?
Yeah.
So have I. This one.
And that's my boy, Jim. Let's go get the top guy.
I've got a better idea.
What?
That you sit down in that chair and put both hands flat on the table. Otherwise, Whitney, I'll blow you to kingdom come.
Welcome back. Well, Whitney Kent is definitely in a spot, and I'm sure you're going to want to tune in next week to find out what happens to him. Well, we do turn now to listener comments and feedback. And Val said, just dropping another of my irregular reports from London to say hello and thank you once again for your wonderful podcast. First, I would say that the most recent Sherlock Holmes stories with the 2 acting knights, Sir Ralph and Sir John, came as a total revelation to me. I had no idea that these existed, and they were really terrific. What thrilled me is that the theme music that's used seems to be the same one still in use by the BBC in its most recent Holmes stories with Clive Merrison. They're currently on Radio 4 Extra, but not sure if you can listen to them from the States. We can listen to Radio 4 Extra in the States. BBC television a little harder, but the radio is something that they don't make any efforts to stop those in the United States from listening to them. We definitely appreciate it. And then we have, she comments, the Carter Brown mysteries have been an expected pleasure too, although I did laugh out loud on the public transport when the hero suggested women photographers can't develop photographs. That's, an interesting comment, and in some ways it does apply to today's program. Because as I've been listening to Carter Brown, I've observed that they try and make these, in some ways, like the American programs, only more so. And so we saw probably in this episode quite a bit more violence than we typically see one of our American radio detective heroes take. And also, there's also the stereotypical picture of the private eye attitude towards women, and that kind of saying, female photographers can't develop film. That's kind of taking it to extreme. She does go on from here, though, to write... But of course, I have to now sing the praises of my first great detective love, Johnny Dollar. These 5-episode mysteries are simply terrific. I like to save them up and treat myself in one splurge. I love the bromance and the Todd mystery. That scene where they are in the bar after the death of Gloria, when the jaunty music is loud in the background and they are talking deep, just great. The kind of scene that wouldn't fit into a shorter story. It's definitely one of those character development things that they really took to full advantage. And he says, finally, for many months, I meant to write about the new BBC episodes of Father Brown, which another of your correspondents mentioned to you. I know they mentioned the episodes were updated. They were indeed, but were set in post-war Britain. I really enjoyed them. They were sort of charmingly retro. That's all for now. Send Johnny my phone number. Tell him I'm waiting to hear from him. Will do, Val. Father Brown, I'm definitely interested to see the series. I've heard some good things about it from our UK listeners, but it's not yet, the series has not yet made its way to the United States with a DVD release or some video availability. It might be on BBC America, but don't have that channel or any other cable channels. So I'll eagerly wait till it gets here legitimately. Or if the DVD release is too expensive, I may need to fly to the UK to see it. But that may be a bigger budget item for later. And we are just kidding about that, folks. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow with the lineup. Next Thursday, we begin Nick Carter. And join us back here on Monday for a new Johnny Dollar serial. And next Friday, we're going to wrap up High Sky Hoodoo. Well, before we do get started, I want to let you know that my book, All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo, is currently available as an audiobook, so you can listen to it as you go. In All I Needed to Know I Learned from Columbo, we take a look at the histories and cases of 7 great detectives of radio, television, and literature. And we examine life lessons that can be learned from each of them. Among the detectives we cover are Nero Wolfe, Dan Holliday, and Sherlock Holmes. So pick up your copy at Audible.com or in the iTunes Store. It's also available as an ebook for your iPad, for your Kindle, or for the Nook. And this week on the GreatDetectives.net, we revisit a series I did last year about some classic television shows and movies that are absent a DVD release. And we take a look at some that have actually come out on DVD. And that's on Saturday. On Sunday, we review Powder River Season 2. So be sure and check those out at GreatDetectives.net. You can also have those delivered automatically to your inbox, on your Kindle, through the Kindle store, under Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Now let's get into today's episode of the lineup, The Elsner Case.
Ladies and gentlemen, by transcription, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Figure I was getting all this. I thought all I had to do was to tell you what I saw in Whitegate Park last night.
That is all you have to do, Sidney. Here, sit down. It'll only take a few minutes. We want to see if you can identify the man in the park who walked past the bench where you and your girl were, that's all.
Oh.
We picked up someone who fits the description you gave us.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, like I said, Lieutenant, Gloria, my girl that is, was repairing her lipstick when this guy sauntered by. Boy, imagine me putting a finger on a murder.
Now, hold it, Sidney.
May I have
Just
your
look and
attention,
listen,
please?
huh?
You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you.
My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The officers who took your name will assist you. They're seated among you.
Oh, wait till I tell the guys in the block about this, huh, Lieutenant?
Your identification. When the prisoners leave here, they are sent to the bathroom and dressed back into their jail clothes. It makes it quite difficult to bring them back after they leave here. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers as they often lie. Bring on the line. All right, boys, all right, let's move. This way, over to the end of the stage. That's it. Now turn and face the front. Hands to your sides, look straight ahead. Number 1, Charles Heltzer, assault. Why were you fighting, Charles?
It was self-defense, Daddy. Wished I was dead.
Talk up, Charles.
It was self-defense, Daddy. Wished I was dead.
Witnesses say you started it, Charles.
Saying witnesses are cockeyed liars. His money.
Number 2, Maurice Calder, drunk and disorderly on private property. Where do you live, Maurice?
It all depends on the weather.
Why did you start a disturbance in the theater lobby?
I was drunk, I guess. Anyhow, when I got inside, I found out I'd already seen the picture and they wouldn't give me my 40 cents back.
Number 3, Jimmy Vedder, vagrancy. How long have you been in town, Vedder?
61 years, Sergeant. On and off. I was born here.
There, Lieutenant. That one.
You,
like I told you, bald and with a nose as flat as a pancake.
Sergeant Graham.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Number 3, hold for interrogation.
Okay, Vedder, right in here. I'll be back in a few minutes, Ben.
Okay, Matt. Come in, Vedder. Sit down over there.
Yes, sir.
We want a few facts, Vedder. Early this morning, an unidentified woman of about 60 was found choked to death in the park. A nice-looking unidentified woman of about 60, Vedder. Nice-looking until she was strangled. So the coroner says she was murdered sometime between 9 and 11 last night.
I don't get it, Lieutenant. This morning I'm picked up in an alley sleeping off a snoot food. Now this, where's the connection?
A kid who was necking in the park last night, not 50 feet away from the dead woman. That's the connection, Vedder. A kid who read about the killing in this morning's paper and came in and gave us a description of the man he saw in the park at a little after 11.
I still don't get it.
Well, then try this. The description the kid gave us was a bald man with a nose flat as a pancake who keeps sniffing all the time. That, Vedder, is the reason we picked you up, not for sleeping in an alley.
No.
And just to make it all real tight, 5 minutes ago, the kid identified you in the lineup.
No, that ain't so. He couldn't have. It was dark there in the park and... Okay, Lieutenant, I was in the park, all right. I might as well save us both a lot of time and tell you the rest.
You killed her, Vedder? A stick-up that got out of hand when she started to yell?
No, Lieutenant. She was dead when I got there. Could I have a smoke, Lieutenant?
Yeah.
I was walking through the park, Lieutenant, looking for a good spot to flop for the night when I saw something shiny off in the bushes away. This here house key. When I bent down to pick it up, I saw the body. She was dead like a doornail.
And there was no one around? You sure of that?
Positive. I looked good. Anyhow, I was flat broke, so I went through her pockets. She didn't have no pocketbook. Just $1.50 and change in a coat. That's all I took, and I beat it. I walked slow past those kids on the bench so they wouldn't be suspicious. That's all, Lieutenant. The truth, so help me.
The lineup's finished, Ben. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah. Turn Vedder here over to Sergeant Quine, will you, Matt? Gonna hold him on suspicion of murder.
Lieutenant, I already told you.
Let's go, Vedder.
Be right back, Ben.
Right.
Hi, Becca.
Hi, man.
Good morning, Lieutenant. Here's the first report on that body in Whitegate Park. Not much.
No identification yet, Becca.
And it may be a while. Most of the stuff she was wearing was homemade and home washed, so no labels and no laundry marks. Also, there's no record of her prints here or in Washington. Coroner's office is checking on her dental work now. Call you as soon as we get something, Lieutenant.
Right.
See you, Matt.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, what did Becker have? Does it look like Jimmy Vedder?
Maybe, I don't know. He says he was walking through the park, spotted this key and then the body. Admits robbing it, no more.
Well, where do we go from here, Ben?
Well, until we get something on the body. This key, I guess. Come on, let's check with Harrison on the robbery detail. Get a listing of locksmiths.
got this key.
Now, how's that, Harrison?
One thing, the number punched on it by the locksmith who turned it out, this G104 here, is a local serial number.
Mm-hmm.
Get the name and address out of the file in a minute. But better than that, the key itself is for a Brasso Dunlap lock. They're pretty rare in this part of the country, so the locksmith may remember who he made it for. Of course, on a Yale or Master Padlock wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, don't locksmiths have to keep a record on each key they turn out, Harrison?
No, Sergeant. Only keep a record when they make a key for a specific lock, not when they make a key for key. Well, let's see who G104 is. B, F, G, 80, 95, 1, 103, 104. Here we are. Wallerman Key Shop, 3920 South Clement Avenue.
You right with it, Jet?
Fine. Well, cross your fingers, Matt, and hope he's part elephant.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, gents, what can I do for you?
We're from the police department, Mr. Wallerman. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb. We'd like to ask you about a key.
Oh, key I made?
Yeah. This key, Mr. Wallerman.
Do you happen to know who you made it for?
Brasso Dunlap, huh? Don't often make one of these, once, twice a year. Good lock, all right. But it's unusual.
Well, what is it, Mr. Wallerman? You remember something?
Yeah. Bad temper. Sure. About 2 months ago, officer. Guy with nice clothes and a nice way of talking until he got sore. Yeah, I remember now. Said I took too long. I was a blundering idiot, that's it.
You know this man's name?
His address?
No, I don't. But he does live in the neighborhood.
How do you know that?
Because I've seen him a couple of 3 times at Tommy Lowe's place. Tommy runs a Chinese hand laundry over the next block. This bird must be a customer of his.
What does this man look like?
Oh, he's kind of tall, thin face, sharp nose, but don't worry. Tommy Lowe will know him, officer. Just mention his temper.
Oh, yes, Lieutenant. No man you speak of very well. His name, Mr. Leonard Elster. He live 105 Duane Boulevard.
Yes?
Mrs. Elsner?
That's right.
We're from the police department, Mrs. Elsner. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Graham.
How do you do?
Mrs. Elsner.
Mrs. Elsner, is your husband at home? We'd like to talk to him.
Yes, he's inside listening to the radio. Just a moment and I'll call him. Excuse me.
Sure.
Leonard,
See if that key fits, will you, ma'am?
Yeah. Yeah, it works all right, Ben.
Here's Elsner. Mr. Elsner, I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Graham. We'd like a few words with you, please.
Very well. Living room is this way, gentlemen.
Thank you. Oh, Miss Elson, if you don't mind, we'd like to talk to your husband alone.
Of course.
All right, dear. Sit down, gentlemen. Frankly, I'm curious to know what this is about. Do you mind telling me?
Well, it's about a woman, Mr. Elsner. An elderly, unidentified woman who was found choked to death in the park last night.
Woman choked to death? I don't understand. You want to talk to me about that?
That's right. Tell me, Mr. Elsner, did you read about this in the newspapers?
No, I haven't seen the paper today.
Do you mind telling us what you did last night?
I stayed home.
All evening, Mr. Elsner?
Yes, all evening. Now, what is this all about?
Mr. Elsner, do you recognize this key?
Of course. My house key. One just like it.
Do you have your house key with you now, Mr. Elsner?
I do. Together with all my keys. Here.
How many house keys are there? For everyone who lives here, I mean.
3, 4, 5, maybe. I don't know. They're all around.
Does the maid have one?
She does. At least she let herself in with one a few minutes before you arrived.
And your wife, Mr. Elsner, she has a key, of course.
Of course. Now, look here, enough of this. Why all these stupid questions about house keys? What, if anything, do they have to do with the woman who was strangled in Whitegate Park last night?
Well, this key was found near the body, Mr. Elsner, and there were signs of a struggle.
Which could mean that whoever killed the woman dropped this key. Your key.
But I have my house key. I just showed it to you. There. And I'm sure my wife does, too.
And what about extra keys? Are they around?
I couldn't say. House keys are famous for getting lost, Lieutenant.
Did you ever lose one since you've been in this house?
Yes, about 2 or 3 months ago.
Where'd you lose it? Here, at home, in the street?
I don't know. It wouldn't be lost if I did.
Leonard, darling, your temper, please. Control yourself, please.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'll be glad to answer your questions. Carol, you'd better leave it there. That won't be necessary, Mr. Elsman. Now about last night. You say you were here?
Yes. Carol here went to bazaar. What was it again, dear?
The Woman's Auxiliary of the Northport Country Club. I'm chairman. We're raising money to build a new clubhouse next spring.
I see. Mr. Elsman, did you have any callers last night? Any visitors of any kind?
Yes, I did.
Can you remember them specifically?
I think so. There was the newsboy who was making his weekly collection about 9, I'd say.
And for what paper, Mr. Elsman?
The Evening Star.
And anyone after that, Mr. Elsman?
2 people. Along about 10, a delivery boy from the liquor store, King's. He brought 2 bottles of scotch. At 10:30, a friend of my wife's dropped in looking for Ruth Millard.
She lives at the Park, Netherlands.
We stayed about 20 minutes. We watched a television show together, a quiz show called Number Please. A Brooklyn housewife won the jackpot. Some questions about Steinmetz.
Leonard?
Gentlemen, at 11, I had a long-distance person-to-person call from a Mr. Saul Meadow, toy jobber in Des Moines, Iowa. I manufacture toys. Now, is there anything else?
No, sir. Not right now, anyway. We'll be in touch. Good night, Mrs. Elsman.
Good night. Good night, Sergeant.
Good night, ma'am. Good night, Mr. Elsman.
Good night.
You know, Matt, Mr. Elsner said he didn't read about the killing in the paper. So? So I'd like to know how he knew it happened in Whitegate Park. We never mentioned the park by name.
Next Sunday, CBS brings you an exciting, timely appraisal of the world situation and some of the answers when 10 top CBS correspondents are heard in a special broadcast entitled The Challenge of the 50s, Years of Crises. For the past month, these famous CBS reporters have been interviewing world leaders. On next Sunday's broadcast, you'll hear on special recordings what these leaders predict. Edward R. Murrow will be the moderator. Don't miss this unusual, significant broadcast, The Challenge of the 50s, next Sunday afternoon on most of these same CBS stations.
Did you get that, Willis? On Walnut, yes. King's Liquor Store. They're supposed to have sent 2 bottles of scotch to Elsner last night about 10:20. Yeah. And get a hold of the newsboy who collects for that route, will you? It's the Evening Star. Yeah, that's right. And put a tracer on a person-to-person call Elsner claims he got at 11 from a Saul Meadows in Des Moines. Yeah. I want every bit of that alibi check. Right.
You know, Ben, personally, I think you're wasting your time.
What, checking Elsner's alibi?
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Too many people involved to be a phony.
Well, we'll see. There's something wrong there someplace, Matt.
Well, the keymaker backs up Elsner in his story about losing the key. For my money, you're reaching quite a ways to tie a well-to-do guy like Elsner into a threadbare old lady dead in a public park. Why would he do it, Ben? That's what beats me. Why?
Well, you got me.
Well, anyway, I'd go easy if I were you. Elsner's the kind of bird that really blows his lid over a false arrest. In fact, there was...
Come in.
Hi, Lieutenant. Matt.
Hi, Becca.
Well, we got an identification on the old lady in Whitegate Park.
Good.
We traced the shoes. They'd been half soled lately, and we finally located the shoemaker. A guy way out in the Henning district. He just now identified the body.
Well, who is she?
Edna Clooney, 4412 Durban Street. That's a walk-up, and it checks out.
Who'd you talk to there, Becca?
A landlady, a Mrs. Peters. She says Mrs. Clooney's had a room there for about 6 months.
Let's go, man.
Just can't believe it. She was such a sweet little old thing. Why, it's terrible, that's what it is. Down this way, gentlemen.
Thank you.
When did you say it happened?
Last night, Mrs. Peters, sometime between 9 and 11.
Didn't you notice she was gone today, ma'am?
No, I didn't, Sergeant. Sometimes I go a week or more without seeing all my tenants, especially the quiet ones. This is her door here. Ooh, right. Stuffy in here. I'd better open the window.
No, I wouldn't bother. We won't be here long.
Yeah, we just want to look around. Maybe she kept a date book or a diary or something.
If she did, it'd be over there in that table with the drawer.
Oh, here, huh? Well, she was sure a tidy housekeeper.
She was a nice, sweet woman, Sergeant. One of the best tenants I ever had. Oh, it's just terrible. I can't imagine.
This picture, Mrs. Peters, who is it, do you know?
Why, yes, that's her. Oh, my goodness.
Now, what's the matter?
That's Jim, her son. Why, that boy doesn't even know yet that his mother is dead.
Is he here in town?
Well, as far as I know, he lives over on the south side someplace, works in a mill over there, a stamping mill, I think.
You wouldn't know the name then, huh?
Could it be McClellan and Lamb? She's got a metal ashtray here and a letter opener, both stamped with compliments of McClellan and Lamb, 1024 South Market.
Now, let's try it. Now, Mrs. Peters, leave everything just as it is and keep this room locked, will you? We may be back.
Must be him, Ben. You the fellows who wanted to see me? I'm Jim Clooney.
Yeah, and let's go inside here, Jim. Out of this noise where we can talk.
Go ahead, Jim.
I'm Lieutenant Ben Guthrie. This is Sergeant Greb. I'm from the police department, Jim.
Police? What do you want with me?
No, wait. I'm afraid we've got some bad news for you. It's your mother.
Mom? What's happened to her? She hurt? It's worse than that, fella.
She's dead, Jim.
Dead?
It happened last Sunday night.
Her body was found in Whitegate Park. Park? But how?
She was murdered, Jim.
Mom? Murdered? Who did it?
We don't know. But maybe you can help us. Just answer some questions.
Sure. Go ahead. I'm okay. What do you want to know?
When did you see your mother last, Jim?
Yesterday afternoon. About 1 o'clock, I guess. Buddy drove me out to her place. Lieutenant, I don't get this. Mom never went out at night. Oh, maybe once or twice to a movie, but the park, she never went in there. When you were with her, did she seem upset about anything? No, not a bit. We just sat around and talked like always.
Now, what did you talk about? Anything special?
No, the same old things. My job, the draft, my gas station. You've got a gas station, Jim? Oh, it's not really mine. It's one I'd like to have. It's out on Grand. The guy's going to sell out and retire. He used to talk about me buying it and going into business for myself. I'll never have that kind of money. Yesterday, Mom was kidding around that she was going to borrow the down payment for me. She ran into a wealthy old friend, she said.
Well, who was that, Jim?
Oh, some guy she knew 25 years ago. They worked for the same company up in Evanston for a while after my dad died.
Uh-huh.
She hadn't seen this guy since then, but, well, she ran into him on the street last week and recognized him. She got a big kick out of it. Did she mention his name? Yeah, it was Melvin something. Melvin Berry it was.
You know where we can get in touch with him?
No. Why do you want him?
Well, maybe your mother wasn't kidding about borrowing the money, I mean. Mothers are funny where their kids are concerned, you know. Well, by the way, did you ever hear of a Leonard Elsner? Lives up on Duane Boulevard?
Leonard Elsner? No. Wait a minute. That's funny. What's funny, Jim? That you mentioned that Duane Boulevard.
Why? What about it?
Why, Mom used to go up there quite a bit. She used to take a bus to the library up there. And what, Jim? I think she said that that's where she was, coming out of the library when she ran into this Melvin Berry.
Say, Becker, you seen Lieutenant Guthrie?
Yeah, about 30 minutes ago, Matt. He was on his way down to the file.
Oh, okay, thanks.
If they take the papers to the right person, they won't have
Ben?
Yeah, back here, Matt.
Oh. Any luck?
Yeah. We had to dig back into the desk for this one. Have a look.
Melvin Berry, escaped from state penitentiary, February 1930.
Uh-huh. Evanston had him for embezzlement. Tried and convicted up there in December 1929. Got 5 years.
Nice-looking guy. Pretty dapper with that mustache.
Matt, you see what I see?
Huh? No, I guess not.
Well, look. Skip the mustache. Forget it. The eyes, Matt. The eyes.
Holy smoke. You weren't wasting your time checking on that alibi after all, Ben.
Lieutenant Guthrie. Good, put him on. Yeah, go ahead, Willis. What? The checks? All of it? You sure? Okay, Willis, that's all.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, Elsoner's alibi is airtight.
That's almost impossible.
That is a fact. Let's go, Matt.
Go where?
To the Elsoner residence, 105 Duane Boulevard.
But you just said...
I know what I said. Let's go.
When you fellows were here before, I tried my best to cooperate.
I know. But we found out a few things since then. We want to find out a few more.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, there are 4 parks in this city.
That's an interesting bit of information.
So how did you know the murder took place at Whitegate? You said you hadn't read about it? Neither of us mentioned Whitegate.
Why, it's a perfectly natural assumption. That's the largest park in town. I simply assumed...
For another thing, we had a long talk with Jim Clooney today. He's the dead woman's son. He told us how his mother ran into an old friend right out here on Duane Boulevard.
She hadn't seen the man in 25 years.
So what? If you've got a point, get to it or get out of here.
Leonard, please.
I'll get to it, Mr. Elsoner. The man's name was Melvin Berry.
Leonard?
Be quiet, girl. Go on, Guthrie.
We checked on him. He was convicted of embezzlement up in Evanston back in 1929. Escaped from prison in 1930. He was never caught. Of course, we have his picture and prints. It won't be any trouble.
I don't know what you're talking about. If this is some crazy way of accusing me of murder, then arrest me. Go on.
Nobody's accusing you of murder, Elsoner. We know you didn't do it.
Huh? But you Of course not. You were home here. Your alibi checked all the way.
That's right. But there are all the circumstances. We can't ignore them in spite of a perfect alibi. You know, Mrs. Elsoner, a life like that Melvin Berry lives must be pretty miserable. Constantly afraid that the next time he turns around, somebody will recognize him. Always under a shadow of fear. No matter how successful he is, there's always the dread that sometime, someplace, someone will know him. Don't you think so, Mrs. Elsoner?
Must be even worse for a woman who loves a guy like that. Wouldn't you say, Mrs. Elsoner?
She could never escape it, couldn't she? The more she stood to lose, like wealth and social position, the worse it got until finally...
Finally, Edna Clooney was murdered. Edna Clooney ran up against a person like that just because she recognized an old friend who had a secret. She didn't know about the secret, but she did want to borrow money.
And that's all it took, wasn't it? The killer could only figure one way. Blackmail. Everything was ruined. Suddenly, all the fears and all the suspicions that had been piling up for years broke loose, didn't they? Didn't they?
Yes.
Carol, don't.
Yes. Yes, Lieutenant. I can't take any more. I had to do it. I had to kill her. I knew it from the instant Leonard told me she'd recognized him as Melvin Berry. No other way out, no other way. I left the bazaar, arranged to meet her in the park. When she said she wanted money, I grabbed her, choked her. Leonard didn't know anything about it until you came in with my keys.
Okay. Give her some help, Elson, until she gets hold of herself. And we'll all go downtown and put it on paper.
The lineup, where before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you The Lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Greb, Sergeant Matt Greb. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, then name and charge. If you have any questions or identification, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, and in heaven.
The lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie and Wally Mayer as Sergeant Matt Greb, is written by Gene Levitt and Bob Mitchell, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Gil Stratton, Ted Osborne, Parley Bear, Herb Butterfield, Robert Griffin, and Virginia Gregg. The lineup was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. The big postseason football game of the year, the Rose Bowl contest between Michigan and California, will be broadcast next Monday, New Year's Day, over most of these same CBS stations. For action, color, excitement, be sure you're on hand for this great sports event, the Rose Bowl game between Michigan and California. Dan Coverly speaking. This is CBS, where you find songs for sale every Friday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Welcome back. Well, if I've calculated this correctly, should actually be the last episode we have with Matt Greb in it. It's a replay. The one thing that came to mind was during the concluding the denouement, I was somewhat confused why Guthrie and Greb were doing the summation together. It was a kind of an odd twin thing. And really was not sure the reason for it. Well, we turn now to listener comments and feedback, and we have this one on iTunes from Two Dragonflies. I'm a longtime listener and fan of old-time radio. You do a wonderful job. I love listening to the shows and your comments. I hope you never stop. Thanks a million. Well, thanks for listening, Two Dragonflies. That will actually do it for today and for this week. Join us back here on Monday. We'll begin a new Johnny Dollar story, and then next Saturday, we'll bring you the lineup. In the meantime, send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter, Radio Detectives, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.